Let me tell you something. Let's all rise for top 8 Granblue Fantasy versus Rising here at Frosty Faustings number 16.
That's right, I'm Raph with Maverick, and we're gonna take to the skies to bring 8 amazing competitors from all across, not just North America, but across the world. There are 2 spots up for grabs here for the ARC World Tour Finals. We saw KINARI Cup, we saw the Side Games Cup Special, and now in North America, we're gonna get 2 more amazing players who will be fighting in that big bracket. Speaking of which, we'll take a look at that bracket, but we have just some of the best from all across who are competing, and it's been a wild ride so far, huh?
It's been an incredible ride so far. We've seen a number of very, very strong Granblue Fantasy versus both vanilla and rising players not make this top 8 cut. And to get here, you had to go through the gulags. Taking a look at this bracket, we have winner semifinals, of course. Aarondamac and Xerom going at it right away. Zippy versus KINARI in definitely a mirror match there. Losers 8, we have Tyurara versus TempestNYC, and then we have Shinku versus Buscar to wrap things up in our top 8. And as you said, 2 spots available for that ARC World Tour Finals. Raph, I can't tell you how important this is to not only people who enjoy Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, but to the competitors who have entered over 600 entrants into this very tournament, all to come down to this in these last 2 spots.
Exactly. I mean, the largest Granblue Fantasy versus tournament in the world up until this point, and it's come down to just 8 people, filtering them out through just 2 days. So much blood, sweat, and tears, and all the hearts on the line, where you see previous champions are not in even this top 8 here. We're going to be crowning a unique champion, not across just Rising, but in versus as well. And even just thinking about it, right? Aarondamac, notable go-seeker stride player, taking their hand here with their Belial, has looked almost immaculate and strong, where people were like Tempest is one of the favorites going in, mating that top 8 with the Belial as well. But Aaron is the one in the winner's side, but their opponent is going to be a legacy player in Xerom.
Yeah, Xerom, one of the strongest vanilla players that we had in Granblue Fantasy versus, and obviously noted for the Charlotta, has a lot of patience with that character, very, very calculated. I like the way that you put it when we were talking a little bit backstage. Classically trained, right? Like used to the idea in the baseline of Granblue Fantasy that we've seen so far, but Rising is a different game, and what we saw from Xerom in top 24 really showed that they adjusted really well to Rising. So I'm really curious to see how this is going to go. Of course, Aarondamac on the Belial, one of the characters that have been rising to the top of conversations of some of the stronger members of the cast, has so many options, pretty much any tool that you can think about. And it's going to be up to Xerom really to set the pace out in the beginning, because Belial has a way of either accelerating or slowing down the match as the player really wants.
Absolutely. I mean, player matchups, character matchups, a lot of it's going to make really what defines this. When you look at like the top 8 spread of characters, yes, there's a lot of repeats. Like we got 2 Niers. That's understandable. That character's cracked. But there are no Lancelots. There are no 6s. We don't even have a Siegfried in there. So there's a lot of things. Double Lowains and a Katalina coming out, like Lowain, Katalina, Tyurara. Buscar lose playing the Lowain as well. You have that there. And then you also have a Vira on top of the double Niers and the double Belials, and then Charlotta here for Xerom. So the spread is big, and it's again showing how the last 2 big events, the KINARI Cup and Side Games Cup, had a lot of small, unique characters in there, just showcasing that there's still a lot to be discovered, and the action has been stellar all throughout.
Yeah, it's really, really fascinating seeing how the different regions and the different qualifiers within them had strong players approaching the game differently in their theories and philosophies on what's strong and how to apply that. And I'm really curious to see, of course, how things are going to play out for Tyurara and Kyrian, because they are, you know, obviously here from overseas to qualify, but shout outs to the crowd as well.
Shout outs to the Shrimps.
Yeah, the
all
krill,
the Shrimps out there,
I'm a big fan of the krill. They continue to multiply here in the crowd, and you love to see it.
Here we go, our first match of top 8. This will lock in who will be in winners finals, one step closer to the ARC World Tour Finals. Let's engage after another button check.
Yeah, you got to
Dang,
make sure the buttons
they got
are
me.
good. Yeah,
They got me.
yeah.
I thought they had everything looked at. It's okay, though. We're sorting it through. No worries. I'm getting a little hype, but, you know, it's exciting.
It's an exciting moment, right? Like, as you said, the largest Granblue Fantasy versus Rising bracket in history, and there's been so much effort and passion put into this game. We saw the message from Fukuhara-san. Thank you so much for putting that together for us and, you know, continuing to spread the love. We saw the launch date for 1.2, which will be February 20th. Is super exciting. Of course, 2B coming in that edition as well, looking really good putting that together. We saw the super cool Zeta outfit as well for the Battle Pass, second season of Battle Pass. So,
big fist bumps. Here we go.
Without further ado, we're going to get into it. Winner semifinals, the first match of Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Top 8 here at Frosty Faustings 16.
Aarondamac on the Belial. This man plays the villains and is here to play the role as the villain, coming through, upsetting so many players and trying to snatch that spot. But Xerom here for the legacy of Granblue Fantasy versus rose up through vanilla is here in Rising with the short stack Charlotta. Who will make it to the finale? Let's go.
Oh, 5H immediately from Aarondamac, closing the distance, bringing the fight to Xerom, setting the pace early.
Nice jump out though. This potato likes to hop, gets a small punch into the flip grab. Really nice start here. Xerom getting some damage, pushing to the other corner.
Big carry over here after the EX ball and back into the corner, trying to space things out. Ultimate ball. Oh, an early command grab in the regular edition at that from Aarondamac.
Finding another hit here as Gordius gonna squeeze the juice mid-screen, trying to get Xerom to really crack open the defense, but nice tech throw, uses the brave counter, and then nice reaction with the reversal. Very close here between both players, but the throw uncontested in the lead now for Aarondamac.
Xerom in a whole lot of trouble here. A heavy counter hit. Aarondamac with first blood.
That walk back into the baiting of the Shatter Strike, not Shattering Strike, right? Raging Strike. It was one of those things, you walk back, they think they get the brave counter, you blow them up for it.
We're going to see that time and time again here in this top 8. It's such a strong mechanic. And Aarondamac trying to set the pace. There's the parry, the unique skill from Charlotta.
All right, too far away. Used up a brave point with the Raging Strike. And then Aarondamac's going to cash out, use the BP of their own, and getting that corner carry to set up a nice pressure sequence here and a lead.
Oh, normal jump regular for Xerom. Just trying to escape that corner. Brave counter on the pinwheel. Didn't want to deal with the plus friend.
All right, that's 2 down. Xerom now going to be taking more damage. Can't afford to take a hit. Nice hop out, but has not found anything significant here. As now Aarondamac with all this meter and a huge lead busts out. Next hit can be a finish here, but we are raising up and we're fighting back.
Ultimate DP. I got one too. Aarondamac ready, locked and loaded. Going to send Xerom to mid-screen. Checking the guard. Nice tick throw. Here we go.
No BPs left. Anything will do, and there's the low, the 2M. Game 1. Aarondamac one more game away from hitting that winner's finals.
Oh yeah, first to 2 type of situation. Aarondamac locked in. Xerom going to have to step it up just a little bit.
Right. Aaron back at it, but nice reversal, showing no fear on Xerom's side. You got to do what you got to do. You're playing the little girl with a lot of heart, but not a lot of range. So you can see Aaron just kind of use that dash shell, super strong, gets the string here, big damage in the corner, trying to build up enough meter to go for the SBA.
Oh my. Damage is building up for Xerom. Aarondamac has this corner pressure again. The plus frames, brave counter. Just need a little room to operate. Jumps over. Maybe thought a throw was coming. Xerom not really cashing out a lot on these opportunities. Here's a chance.
Yeah, like EX gets the knockdown, set it up, and there's a meaty Raging Strike setup, gets the chain, gets the damage. There's no more BP on your side. This should be the finish, and Xerom gets around on the board in game 2.
Speaking of cashing out, Xerom changing credit cards. I locked that one, my bad. Let me get this other one. It's got plenty of room on it.
Hey, if you're not gonna sidestep that Raging Strike, get that guard break and the free damage. Really nice from Xerom. Read it. Oh my gosh, sidesteps the 6-6L, but Aaron ready for the anti-air.
Yeah, Aaron has been 3 for 3 on those DPs so far on Xerom's pressure. We'll see if that plays into it later on. Late tech on the throw.
Nice, that's huge.
Off the wall damage here. Xerom setting up big pressure.
This is where Charlotta's gonna really shine with this corner. Having the alt DP just to escape the meaty 2M, no fallout from it, and then the ultimate dive kick. Hitting, and that's taking the round. Xerom answers back. It's 1-1. There was an interesting aspect of that where Aaron might have ran up block for the DP, but then the EX, the ultimate demon flip that hits on the launch, finds the follow-up. Interesting from Xerom to use that to answer back. We're both gonna take a little sip here as we're resetting after that crazy game, but Xerom not out of it at all.
Yeah, Xerom showing that composure, right? That classically trained, I'm used to this, I can lock in and be able to keep my focus. Now we're going into the rubber match. Game 3, opening gambit for Xerom going to connect.
And this is big. I mean, everybody wants to stay on the winner's side always. Only one of these players can make it to that winner's finals and get a guaranteed top 3.
Called Aarondamac pressing there, did Xerom. Gonna reset the raging strike!
And just let it rock, got hit by it, and look at this damage coming out. It's not looking for Aaron, just getting swatted by the ultimate skill, and now a throw, a hit, anything will do. But Aaron finding something and starting to push back.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna go into super skybound art here, reset the situation, takes 2 of those bravery points away from Xerom. Xerom now has no bravery points. HP technically is about even. There's the jump over brave counter plus, still my turn.
And then the ultimate spin cycle, big hit. Xerom, match point, poised to hit that winner's finals and do it for all the vanilla Granblue pairs.
Yeah, definitely want to get to that first to 3 territory as well in winners finals, but Aarondamac not to be counted out just yet. Tried to run in with the 2M, but nothing doing. Rage strike in the chain. We're going to the corner.
Wake-up throws work so well for Xerom. Aaron not pressing immediate, maybe waiting for the reversal, so letting Charlotta hop her out and start the game plan. What a hit with the light into Raging Strike. Gonna be big damage here. Now a one-touch scenario.
There's the reset and not bless the dome. Aarondamac sent down to loser side by Xerom. What a reversal of fortune there. Did not do so well in game 1. Was able to recompose, say, okay, I see you're bringing the fight to me. I'm going to up my tempo, take away your opportunities to put me on block, and start to answer some of the approaches you did, like the stand dodge on that 6XL.
Exactly, just really amazing there all the way throughout. After that game 1, really figured out what they needed to do and just played that so well. And I saw the little thing there, didn't really pop off, but gave the salute. Xerom said, all right, that's 1 battle down, but the mission isn't done. Still has a ways to go, but being in that winner's finals puts you in, like you mentioned before, puts you in that first to 3 spot. You could change your mindset. You can relax just a little bit, and you're 1 step closer to the Arc World Tour Finals.
It's a super exciting thing, and definitely a temporary relief, like you said, for Xerom. But we're not going to get any relief here. We're going straight into the next winner semifinal match. We have Zippy versus KINARI up here. This should be a near mirror match, and let me tell you something. Zippy has been all over the place on the NA side of things, online brackets, taking them, finishing at least 3rd, 2nd, 1st, just really putting the work into the character, and it shows, and that's why they're here in this winner semifinal spot.
Exactly. I mean, if you follow online NA Granblue, like stuff like TampaNeverSleeps, of course, Wasted, all those amazing events hosting so many players, you'll see folks like Xerom, who always makes those top 8s. You see Zippy. So there's that online training translating to offline, and that's a big testament to just how, not just how great the community is, but how well the events that host, that lead up to this, have built these players up, and it's just a fantastic sight. But seeing KINARI here from Japan,
yes,
huge. The amount of Japanese players who are here between like Tyurara and Score, and it's KINARI the one flexing, looking sharp, has his hair looking extra crisp. That's a big old smile. He's locked in.
Oh yeah, definitely. The winners semifinals, you got a lot to smile about, and you want to go into this match, obviously, warming up and being ready to go. I do see a Percival on this side. Last time it was a button check when KINARI picked Percival, so we'll see how we approach it. Certainly possible to have multiple characters in this game.
Hey, Vira would love nothing more.
Yeah.
Says he big Percy-on.
Shout outs to Vira.
In top 8, but the reality of what it is and the future we live in now, he is on the bench, but it's fine. And
shout outs to the crowd with the krill. Love to see it, raising up, watching some Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. I love those.
It's
emotes.
all the sides. They had him at all their events, bringing him here. Krill Sports is live here at Frosty Faustings, and the energy has been nothing short of fantastic. The matches, you see the crowd so deep back there. So many other games going on with like Strive and Exert, and we have Street Fighter 6. So much action going on here, and everyone's just locked in all the different screens. You really see just this environment and all of the excitement that Frosty Faustings brings to the community.
It's a fantastic tournament, year in and year out, and I'm just so blessed to be able to experience the Rising edition of Granblue Fantasy Versus here. And we're going to get straight into it now. Winners semifinals. Zippy versus KINARI, a Nier mirror match.
That's
the
right. Nier match, just like that. You know where I like to be at. Now we're going to see how the puppet battle plays out. They both have stocks. How do they use it? Who's going to go down first in trying to just assert their offense there? It's Zippy with the first big hit, big damage. How well can you defend against your own character?
Yeah, that's the knowledge check, right? Do you know the setups that I know and how I'm going to implement them? KINARI answering back, putting Zippy into the corner, and I'm swinging out of death stock, so going to have to do it without the assistance of that puppet. And KINARI knows, but the stand dodge guarantees a punish. Raging Chain, such a smart follow-up from Zippy, did not have death available, but using the mechanic of the game to close out the round.
And Zippy, no stranger to being in situations without death, knows how to maximize the opportunity. I use all of my stocks early on, but I have the meter to make this damage count. And speaking of damage, early hit, half-life almost already gone. Zippy just patient, waiting it out and making it work. Finds the 6-6L, is gonna get a full combo here into the corner, and this next hit might finish the job.
Yeah, meaty slashes again. KINARI gotta hold that, getting counter hit as well. Was trying to press. Death is looming, 3 stocks available, but here comes KINARI. We know the damage that Nier can put out on the screen, and KINARI cashing out immediately.
Draining the BP. That's Zippy's side. There is no more stocks there. Has enough meters soon for a super that could kill, but the dodge avoids a Raging Strike. There is no way you're catching me, Zippy slipping at all in this top 8.
And when you standing dodge that Raging Strike, you get a guaranteed punish off of it.
Yep.
It is, the slowdown is not just there for effect, and Zippy making the most of it, 2 rounds away from moving on into winners finals.
Want to call out, they both started with the spin, but it was Zippy with the EX just to make sure they win the round start. Look, KINARI finding a hit of their own, starting to put the sandwich, big damage out there, but are they ready for the DP? No, it's going to use the Brave counter into the ultimate spin.
Oh, KINARI aggressively claiming that corner. Zippy on block. Going to press KINARI, and immediately we see the ability why it's so important to get that round start, because all it takes is a little bit of leeway, and the Nier momentum turns into a freight train.
Yeah, you see just the damage coming out from Zippy. A lot of BP on KINARI's side, but just Zippy using every resource available, using death stocks. Oh, we're clashing, but again, the EX spin. KINARI never using the resources to win those clash wars, and it's all Zippy looking here to finish the job and meet Xerom in winners finals.
There's the tech from Zippy. Again, the parry comes, or the counter comes out. Raging Strike into Chain. Going to carry him all the way over to the corner. This is last chance for the dance, but KINARI has done this before. Gets the counter super to activate. Not a huge chunk off of Zippy, and KINARI still has to be so careful.
Scary spot. I mean, Zippy, yeah, they can't go for a Raging Strike here at all, but they still have plenty of stocks. They have death. They have the ultimate DP. It's going to do enough. Zippy makes it to winners finals over KINARI.
Yo, congratulations to Zippy for a very strong performance here in winners semifinals. That was really impressive, especially going up against KINARI, who we've seen shredding through the bracket all the way up to this point.
100%. I mean, Zippy's been making this climb, entering every online bracket under the sun, and just elevating bit by bit to these big spots, and showcasing just the strength. We're going to have a North American winners finals between Zippy and Xerom. KINARI going to losers, where also Tyurara is available there as well. So we're seeing some of the Japanese folks on that end. Yeah. But hey, no surprises here for what happens, but the story is no less exciting.
Exactly, super exciting to see, and you know, eventually as you whittle down, you're always going to run into maybe the people you travel with, or you know, that's just the way these brackets work. But super exciting winner semifinal set. Of course, that means that we're going to have to move into the loser side of things. Right. This is the elimination part of top 8. You know, your favorites might be there, or may not be there, but it's a tough one to see because everybody's fighting for their bracket lives.
Yeah, exactly. This is where it's do or die territory. You don't get that comfort of 3 out of 5 like our folks in winners finals. That's the luxury of being a winner. Doing good things, doing big things, you know?
Listen, you got to collect the W's where you can get them, but we're going to have our first losers quarters coming up. And, you know, Buscar lose, speaking of classically trained, right?
Yep.
Classic Lowain player, just one of the ones that you've seen time and time again, kind of innovate with the character. Was one of the first ones to really do really special things with Lowain, so it's so exciting to see him back.
Of course, and I love the fresh cut too. Just got the shaved sides with a little ponytail, just like the new era of Buscar lose. Doesn't really enter online, so now you get to see them competing here on the main stage. Their opponent going to be a Vira main in Shinku, who has been playing Vira ever since she had released. Had a top 8 at EVO 2022. had a good run there, making a big splash. But, you know, anyone here is a huge killer, so we'll see what they have with their Vira against the Lowain. There are 2 Lowains in this top 8, and that's so spicy.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah, it's so cool to see Lowain kind of make a resurgence into Rising. You know, he kind of disappeared a little bit in Vanilla, but now that he's back, it's super exciting to see the way that he can set up things. Obviously, with the eat mechanic now, having the ultimate skill, having the ultimate homies call with the
so
flaming
good.
circle. Yeah, it's so good. It's so exciting to see a Lowain expert go to work, and we're going to see it here in Buscar lose. This is a button check, though, so you know, make sure everything's set, especially in this top 8 environment. You don't want to go in and, you know, like,
nah.
man.
Oh, no, I put this on the wrong button here. You get to take the round and cause a headache. No, we're fine. We have all the tools to set our buttons, but hey, we're professionals, all right? Professional now, we're making sure everything looks good here. We might be goofy characters like Lowain. We're going to hear probably that Lowain theme jamming out, but, you know, we don't want any mistakes here, and it's going to be a barn burner, as, you know, the winner of this is going to fight either into KINARI or into Aarondamac. So they have a beast awaiting them, but it's hard to pick. Vira.
It is tough to pick. I mean, Vira has a lot of tools in this one, and, you know, the ultimate versions of a lot of her skills have just made it more impressive. You know, she has the dash low into the overhead that you just have to be aware of and ready to guard against that sequence, and it's safe. So, you know, you got to be careful with how you approach. But, you know, I really think we're going to see Buscar here try to pollute the screen, set things up, you know, make it frustrating to approach, because if you can keep Vira out of that transformation mechanic, you're doing half of the job already.
That's right. And now we're locked and loaded in, getting ready to go. Buscar lose Lowain versus Shinku and Vira. Losers quarterfinals. One goes back to the crowd, the other continues on. Will Vira's love for Katalina carry her forward, or can the bros win it out? This is a cannon fight of 2 forlorn lovers going for it. First blood to Buscar, going for the slices. But now in the corner here, has to be really wary. Shinku finding the first 6XL, big damage incoming.
I like the spacing that Buscar attempted to do with the slide there, but was just not able to convert. Now stuck in the corner. There's the Brave counter. We're calling out the homies. Katalina bot, get a little bit of calories in there.
All right, nice. Shinku finding a hit. More than likely going to go for the SBA to get the super power up afterwards here. So it's going to be the strongest form of Vira. The armor's off, the fairy's out. There's the guard crush special and no dice.
Yeah, that's a tough mechanic to wake up against, because the green of the fairy is sitting on top of you. The red flash you see from the Raging Strike is just a tough to see that and wake up with the right response.
Oh, small little whip punish though. Buscar getting a knockdown, setting up the Caterpillar, trying to push Shinku into the corner, but 6XL carrying its way, but the counter finds its way through. Buscar gets a knockdown, tries to eat, but no, not on my watch.
Yeah, not dinner time just yet. Buscar looking for the right spacing, gets clipped by the dash L. Into the corner we go.
Big damage here. Shinku now, one more good hit can launch into the SBA. Buscar getting tagged. Has to find a way out of here, has some resources. I don't know if they want to use the bros and the HPA. Gets the slide out though. There's a chance, and there's HPA coming through.
We've seen Buscar use this in top 24 really well, and just Lowain in general, this is super threatening.
All right, backs it up, keeps it safe, and that worked out to give him some room to breathe, but has to be really careful here.
Nice spacing here from Buscar. Gets blessed by the dash L again. Hit with the low, the Raging Strike. Yeah, had to Brave counter there, otherwise the round would have been all wrapped up, and there's the dash L again.
Yeah, big whiff punish from Shinku. Simple combo, mid-screen with the double Raging Strikes. First game going to Shinku's Vira. Really, the spacing is probably the biggest thing. Every time Buscar was going for the slidey, getting tagged, getting whip punished, has to find a way to command the neutral and try to meet Shinku in this territory, but every time the bros come out, they get swatted back, and in the corner is Buscar loose.
Yeah, gonna have to figure out a way to stop this freight train approaching him. Buscar goes for the Brave counter again, calling out the homie eat mechanic. That might be an answer there. The dash L coming through. Homie taking the hit for him. Interruption on their ultimate skill. I like the spacing that Buscar's playing with.
But you're still stuck in this bad spot. All Shinku's going to need is a good hit to start that offense, maybe set up the command grab. Oh, there's the bro wheel, getting out of dodge, forcing some pressure to the overhead after the triple attack, and now we're back to mid-screen.
Oh, just a couple of checks here, light checks at that from Buscar. Doesn't want to overcommit. Homie took one for the team, one missile only from the Katalina bot.
Interesting idea there. Shinku going for the ultimate fairy every time we see the Caterpillar missiles just to match it. HPA time, guess for the game. Shinku is going to take a bit of chip here, has been avoiding every little thing really, really well, and then, yeah, the back away. Oh, gets the punish. Here we go.
Buscar a tap away, but gonna have to do it really carefully. The late press went for the anti-air, but was a little late, and the Super Skybound Art gonna close it out for the round. Unfortunate stuff.
Oh no! With a pixel alive, Shinku just brings it back. The look on her face spells despair, and Buscar now on their last legs here.
Buscar gonna have to really change it up here if they want to continue forward, but this is bad news bears. Transformation mechanic activated.
Oh, mashes out though, finds the hit and gets things going, but Shinku answers right back with the light press, finds the full confirm, and now big damage incoming.
Full combo here as well. B super. Yeah. This is going to be last chance for the dance for Buscar. What's it going to be? The tick throw though, and that's the finish. Buscar lose. Not going to be able to move on the top 8 side of things.
Yeah, a clean 2-0. But I mean, Shinku with that long history of success here in Granblue Fantasy made quick work, sent the bros back to the table, have a couple of drinks just to take the edge off after the loss, but now Shinku moving on is going to go to that losers, the next wave of the losers matches, and that's going to kick things off for losers brackets. We have more on the opposite end where we're going to see a little bit of Tyurara coming up from Japan as well. A player who I wasn't expecting to see at this point in top 8, usually coming all the way here for Guilty Gear Strive.
Yeah.
Trying to qualify for that. Already has the points for that game, but a big win would put them in that perfect spot. But hey, if you're in town, might as well play some Granblue.
Why not qualify for 2, right? Like, why not be at Arc World Tours for 2 games? Fantastic stuff. So happy that Tyurara decided to come through and play some Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Speaking of, Lowain has been rocking the Lowain, has the Katalina in the back pocket as well. So, and frequents the shift, so there is right there. But his opponent, right, no slouch at all in Guilty Gear Strive in TempestNYC, also here to play some Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, and has been doing really, really well.
I love this matchup because it's just like, oh, it's Tempest versus Tyurara. Guilty Gear? Guilty Gear? No. We're here for some Granblue. I mean, Tempest has been putting so much time in this. Remember, Tempest is double qualified for the Arc World Tour at this point, winning 2 qualifying tournaments. So it's like, let me try qualifying for a different game now. Being could be one of the few players ever to qualify for 2 games in the same tour will be an amazing feat, but has to do it from the losers. And Tyurara's not going to make it easy. Having the 2 characters available, how well can you deal with that goofy Lowain and then the Katalina, which is more fundamentally sound, the Kai to Tyurara's heart?
Yeah.
Could make it super exciting and fun to see.
I'm really excited to see this one. When I saw the bracket, I was like, oh, this one is going to be really, really special. Not because, the game they're coming from, but what they've done so far here at Frosty Faustings 16 in Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. And like you said, both of these players have the potential to double qualify, which is super impressive.
Oh, man, that's a testament to their strength, right? They're loving these games that they play, and they've made it this far. I mean, that pool of 640 players, we had a wait list. Yeah. Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. That's how much it was popping here, and just how much they had to say, like, we got to chill out. But it's not just even here. The other events, there's the Side Games Cup and the KINARI Cup, both having well over 200 entrants, having big turnouts themselves as well. And you'd love to see it across the whole world. So we already have a Nier and a Lancelot with Taco and Fukunaga out of Japan.
Yep.
And then over from Europe, we have 2 Siegfrieds with Sonic San. And then, I'm sorry, I forget the other EU Siegfried, my bad. They were the other guy that won it, but it's just like double Siegfrieds, those 2 characters. We have 2 more in the LCQ at Arc World Tour Finals. But now, in this one, we have another Nier. I would not be surprised. Zippy's already in Winners Finals, right? So there could be 2 Niers in the Arc World Tour qualified, but I mean, there's still the chance of seeing a Lowain, a character like that, where people will probably discount and say, whatever. But hey,
I mean, if you get there, you're there for a reason, right? So it's going to be super exciting to see how this one shakes out. That was a quick button check, just make sure everything's set and ready to go. Now we're going to go into it. The Belial, of course, for TempestNYC, and then Tyurara going to be moving into that Lowain space first.
My one brain cell activated, Citizen. That's the other Siegfried from Germany, winning and qualifying in an amazing fashion. So again, all the players across the world pouring their heart out. It's been a blast. And speaking of that global matchup, here we go. North America versus Japan in Granblue losers. Belial versus Lowain. Tyurara versus Tempest. Battle 1, engage.
Tempest setting out the mood early, getting the stuff off the screen, but Tyurara with the parry, pushing Tempest back, trying to close, but that 5M, the bless button.
Yeah, a lot of good buttons here, but a wake-up buttons from Tyurara. Playing the party mode character, loves to party, disrespect early HPA, can be almost guaranteed to have a second one. So right now, Tempest just avoiding the ankles, but the third time's the charm.
No rocket pop, though, on the pop-up from the slide.
And because Tempest did a dodge at the end, wasn't able to punish the HPA dismount, but finds a big hit, should be juicy, and let's see how much they spend. There we go.
Yeah, spin the Skybound art, take away the bravery point from Tyurara, who likes to use the brave counter when pressure is applied. There's the tech on the throw, an interrupt from Tyurara on what I assume was a dash L.
Yeah, really nice. Gets the slidey to beat through. Nice, even life between both. And if Tyurara can get this life back up, this get engaged, or meter back up, another HPA or even Yiggy could come through. But Tempest finding a clean hit should cash out with this Modius. Extra hit, even had a Raging Strike just in case. Well done there, avoiding to get into the Mario Party guessing game.
Oh yeah, 5H button has never been bad. They took it down a notch and it was still real good. Tempest using it to perfection here. Tyurara gonna have to change it up quite a bit, but there's the parry again.
But speaking of parries, using that unique action to parry the fireball, get the drop in, but the throw comes out. Tyurara building up a lot of barb, gets a grab, trying to build up the bro gauge and get everything going here. Tempest is just on the back foot, but 5 heavy into the EX. And now it's time to go back to mid-screen, but there's the actual reversal that he has now with his ultimate skill.
Here's the pressure again. Tyurara trying to lay down all of the tools to keep Tempest on the back foot, but the dash L persistence from Tempest.
Finally forces out a brave counter. 5 heavy up close. Juicy hit. We're going to go for SBA. Huge damage here. Tempest to throw. Anything will go to take game 1.
Last chance for the dance for Tyurara here in game 1, but the dash, the run-up light, just a quick check. Safe, right? You know, just in case anything like a parry comes through, you can stand dodge and things like that as long as you don't commit to a button. So Tyurara saying, all right.
Oops, my bad.
My bad. That's on me.
Hey, it's Lowain. You always expect the wake-up Yiggy or the wake-up HPA. Either of those two could have helped extend the match, save the day, but unfortunately, or fortunately, if you're a Tempest fan, takes that game and right to the Katalina. Partying didn't work, so let's make it back to the basics.
Let's keep it nice and, you know, basic and simple. Let's get serious in here. Establish some pressure, and we saw Tyurara use the Katalina to defend that neutral space and deny dash attacks. So we'll see if they begin or just start off on their own. Got another shoulder. Oh, caught Tempest flinching.
That's going to be some nice damage here in the corner. Yes, that's right, that Katalina in top 8.
Ooh.
Big damage with the counter hit, 2H. Tempest's life melting. One more big hit could finish the job as Tyurara is just on this offense. Staying strong here, but Tempest finally fighting back just a little bit. Oh, Raging Strike. This should be enough to finish the job. Tyurara again. It's happened every set that Tyurara's had in the loser side. They will lose with the Lowain, make the switch, and then that solid factor just engages.
It's all about getting the composure and being able to use the tools applied. Tyurara showing what Katalina can do, but Tempest out the gate now with the pressure. Wake up DP from Tyurara. Right back at you. Another 2H heavy punish. We're going into the corner with the full conversion.
And a big whiff. Could have been a bigger punish there, but it's fine. Tempest gets out of the corner, starts going with that cold shoulder, trying to move forward, but a good throw. Tyurara with the lead now.
Tyurara on the offensive. Nice check from Tempest. Counter hit as well. Confirm into the Skybound arc. Going to take away another bravery point from Tyurara.
All right, Tyurara now has to be careful, has to be able to dodge that Raging Strike so they don't lose it. Instead, they get tagged. Tempest not a big damage combo. Uses the BC, and then a clash. Clash works. There's the throw. The fastest option. They both have the same idea.
Yeah, Tempest locked all the way in with this life lead, trying to defend against it, but that's it. Tyurara going to cancel in the Super Skybound out. Summon Ares.
Well done, 1-1. That dash L, the great equalizer as the big counter hit. Tyurara staying alive, and now who will keep on in the loser side and who will be sent packing? We'll find out.
Nice 2M there, just blessing the legs a little bit, letting Tempest know. Off the wall, the classic combo.
Oh, and then we're going to just get that EX knockdown, the fadeaway with the block just in case the EX comes out.
Tyurara holding this life lead steady. Nice point on the dash, was able to punish Tempest for trying to reach. That was clean play, and again, Tyurara taking another round with the Katalina, 1 round away from moving on.
incredible again. It's a Lowain main, but the pocket Katalina, quote unquote, is just popping off so hard. That's what happens. You beat Tyurara, you unlock final boss form, honestly.
Sometimes you just need the real one, right? The bot wasn't enough. I got to get the real Katalina out here.
All right, brave counter out, just to get back to that mid-screen. Bud's gonna get the whip punish on the whip throw, and now Tempest in full control.
Oh, I like that routing there. Going to use the Raging Strike to continue it after the 2-win pickup. Full conversion. Some optimal stuff from Tempest.
All right, sanding Katalina with that big damage packet. But now what do you do here if you're Tyurara? Gonna get tagged, that's gonna make it around a piece. And now, final game, final round, Tempest versus Tyurara, Japan versus New York.
Oh man, this is super exciting. This one is the final round between these two, seeing who will move on in this top 8.
All right, Fireball Wars incoming, nice. Pinwheel just to get a little damage and start off with a light lead here. Oh, with a check, Raging Strike confirmed off the light. Gonna try to go to the corner as much as possible. And again, a lot of respect here until the return light into a Raging Strike right back at you.
Tempest with the Asmodeus Ender, gonna dash up, try to bless the boots. Tyurara hit to the game so far, protecting against the shoulders. Pinwheel for the plus frame. Tyurara staying disciplined on defense, gets opened up with the dash light.
Huge damage incoming. Tempest gonna spend just a smidge more to get the knockdown instead. Box to break counter, but that is plus. Big Raging Strike, double. There's no more points left for Tempest. Gets a hit in, has to be careful. Next hit from Tyurara, can kill. The chip though, couldn't finish the job. Can Tyurara find it? There's the jump, the check, the dodge.
Oh, Tempest just chilling with the DP. He's like, yo, I gotta see something I can commit to. I ain't trying to put a ring on nothing that ain't worth it, but Tempest with the DP to end Tyurara's run and move forward. Fantastic showing from Tempest, weathering the storm of the switch from Tyurara to Katalina.
Exactly, exactly. I love setting up the chip kill at that range, just using the double ultimates just to say, hey, you got any little thing will do. And Tempest just, the patience as well, saying if I get hit, I'm blown up. So I'm not gonna get hit. I'm gonna use that EXDP right when it matters most. And then they both just looked at each other and went, and I was like, all right, y'all, I see how it is.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. There's a lot of love there because, again, they've interacted so much with Strive. So seeing them interact here in Granblue, it was such a treat, and they just had a good time. Both smiled at the end of it.
And speaking of having a good time, we're going to continue to have a good time here at Frosty Faustings 16. But first, I want to take a short break. Thank the sponsors that allow us to do things like Frosty Faustings. We'll be back in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Frosty Faustings. We got more Granblue Fantasy versus Rising top 8 coming your way. We saw 2 competitors take their leave, but there's still 6 left in this top 8 to see who will shine bright in this sky, who will qualify for the ARC World Tour Finals, and who will be that Frosty Faustings champion. Again, I'm Raph with Maverick, and it's been an exciting time here so far, huh?
It's been incredible. I mean, all of these matches have been so super close. We saw a lot of different theories and approaches. The last one that we saw with Tyurara and Tempest was just, you know, a clutch display of being able to stay focused and stay ready from 2 very experienced fighting game players. And that was obviously loser side of things. This is the bracket life on there. Give it up to the crowd. Let's see those crowds. Raise them up there.
There we go. Crow Sports in the building as the crowd is live and they're enjoying this action here at Frosty Faustings, and I don't blame them, especially with this next match coming right up, another losers match to see who will be advancing to that losers semifinals, who will get to that clutch spot and be in that top 4. So we're going to be seeing Aarondamac, who has been really just this this pick that has been going through so many great players, and really people discount it because they didn't enter on a lot of online.
Yeah.
But that didn't really matter. They have a good pedigree in fighting games, and they're looking very strong.
Yeah, it's one of those things where Granblue is the type of game where you can see a lot of players transfer over, bring their skills with them, and do really well. But it's another thing to enter a 640-person bracket and end up here in top 8 with such a strong showing against people who have been playing the vanilla version, you know, for years. So it's a kudos to Aarondamac's continued growth as a fighting game player, and I'm super excited to see them continue forward. We're gonna have a button check here, of course, make sure that you know, everything's ready to go. But yeah, I really am excited to see how Aarondamac continues. The Belial pick has been working out really well for them. Obviously, you know, dropped to Xerom, and no one can blame for that. Player, but the path continues forward.
That's right. You're going to go up against Shinku with the Vira. The Vira has been really going through a lot of great players. I mean, Zippy was the one that sent Shinku to the loser, Zippy being in the winners finals. So losing to one of the players that's guaranteed top 3 is really crazy, right? But after having that big win they just had a little bit earlier against Buscar lose, it's going to see how they deal with the Belial with the Vira here. We got the Vira sign in the background too, and a big match is now underway. Aarondamac versus Shinku. Engage.
Let's see what it is. There's the pinwheel starting out the move right, cold shoulder into the corner.
All right, big pressure here. Aaron is going to get all that walk down, extra damage too. As much to get damage, meter, next big hit can be a lot. Shinku, having a DP on Vira can be helpful, but at the same time, do you bet it?
Taking the extra frames again, another dash light. Asmodeus EX edition, the deluxe and the collectors. I need that round 1 in my back pocket.
No problems here. Aarondamac in all full cylinder with a big perfect. Shinku not even getting a chance to press a button, getting a chance to play.
I really liked when Aaron used the EX pinwheel, didn't cancel until the full spin and went for the throw, just setting up the variety of offensive pressure early on. There's the DP.
Yeah, nice big call out already, and that's Aarondamac. Speaking of DP, is getting some punish there. Pinwheel combo, corner to corner. Asmodeus, extra damage as well too. And next hit for Aaron can land one of those super skybound darts, or skybound darts, excuse me.
Speaking of which, got it with the light there. Here we go, Asmodeus. Oh yeah, Raging Strike, we optimal.
Absolutely insane play. Aaron with one more touch after this. No, my double perfect, just double like that.
Yo, Aarondamac, the return of the Mac.
Let's go. This is actually a throwback a little bit to EVO 2022. Shinku was eliminated from that top 8 by Dragoy from Spain in the same kind of match, Belial versus Vira. So maybe having flashbacks to that time, and maybe still not figuring out the answer. Finally gets a strike, no perfect there, then the counter, it's gonna lead Shinku to some damage.
Oh yeah, big damage on the board here. Aarondamac gonna be on the back foot here early in game 2. The reset gonna go, unfortunately, not in his favor. The big pickup though, staying with the combo.
Right, looking to finish it here and answering back with a perfect of their own. Aaron getting a taste of their own medicine.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things when the opponent, you know, is able to respond like that, you know they're still awake, right? They haven't given things up.
All right, Dash M gets the knockdown, big jump in. But answer back. Okay, Aaron, back to neutral. Find some damage, but not wanting to commit any specials yet.
On the back foot again, trying to find that dash L that they did before, but unable to. There's 5H instead. I got another button that moves me forward. I'm good.
All right. Gonna get a little bit of a life lead here. Still not in the corner yet. Getting the throw, no tech. Shinku having to be careful. A lot of meter. If Aaron gets his hit, it's gonna lead into that skybound dart. May not be enough to kill, but it's gonna be close.
Does take away 2 now. Yeah, this should do it. The Raging Strike in there, stripping 1 away, right? And then going into the other one. Good stuff.
All right, Aaron, 1 round away, making it to top 4. Starting on the winner's side, yeah, you don't want to lose 2 games straight in top 8 like that. So, in the verge of being big, finds the 2U, gets the juice, squeezes Vira clean.
I need to see what's inside. Dash L connects. There's the DP. Big punish. Ran all the way into the DMs for that one.
Oh, and this is the shades of game 1 Aaron. Now at a point where 1 more hit's going to be SBA. Shinku on the last legs to throw, and next hit will win.
Aaron with another tick throw. Guess for game type of situation. There's the Brave counter. A little bit of room to operate, but right back at you. Hold these plus frames. The backup. Oh, gets poked out. Aaron only needs a dab. And there it is with the dash L. Aarondamac, the return.
Return of Mac. Again, just monstrous performance, unshaken after that winner's side match. Taking out a heavy hitter and moving forward in the bracket where now they have locked in for the top 4. They've made a statement here. I'm not going to bust her out after making top 8 winner's side, and just phenomenal play all the way through.
I really like what Aaron did there in, you know, establishing early a different type of Belial pressure than you might be used to when you're going up against the character, right? Not activating pinwheel on block, going for a lot of tick throws in that type of setup, and then continually persisting. Dash L, I get my plus frames. 2M, I get more plus frames. So it forces out a situation where you're consistently guessing with what Aaron wants to do. And then the moment that Dash L didn't work, I'm switching to 5H, right?
Absolutely.
And confirming off of that too. So Aaron showing great form, being able to recover from what happened on the winner side and still stay locked in.
Oh, absolutely, man. Again, just a great player, and just that's the big part of any game like this, right? Get your game plan sorted out. You see, like Zippy, who has so much success because they know how they have to play. It's so consistently having different avenues. Like at this point, I can play like this. I don't overextend. You don't get out of that comfort zone because it's already so strong, and it's just been so phenomenal. We even got Yule hanging out in the audience, big chillin'. She net in the top 8. But hey, she could be there just watching all the action.
Just enjoying it, you know.
That's right.
Still Granblue still on. We're having a good time. We got the Anila over there, the Jita. It's a good time, you know.
I need some trips to her now. That's what I need right now.
Yo,
all these signs just make me want to go to the near, even to the mall. I can go over there. I mean, they got a Panda Express. It's all right. I mean, it's consistent, but
consistency is going to be the key. But I might have to pick up some of that tempura too. It's subliminal messaging at this point. But shout outs to the crowd, as always, loving some Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Fukuhara out there has another emote. So
I can't stand losing. I'm the same way.
Yeah, I feel it. I definitely feel it. But you know what? If you've been looking at this and maybe this is your first time seeing Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, you know, and you're like, hey, I want to play this. This looks pretty cool. You can go ahead and do that for free with the free edition. They have a rotating cast of characters of 3. Gran is always there and available, and you can play with your friends for the low cost of free $99. It's available to everyone.
Yeah, online play enabled. Just hop in the lobby and just get some matches in. Whatever character's there, you know, you can play some Granblues if you want to check that out too. So just a really cool way of letting a lot of people just experience the game for yourselves before you may want to dive in. But if you do so, they have an official Discord that is run by, you know, the Granblue team, and they have people just getting matches. I have to clear my notifications.
I do too.
Every day because it is just like 100 pings all the time for matches. People are hungry playing this game, and it is just such a treat to see as we've unlocked a new era of Granblue with Rising.
It's so cool to see. And, you know, at the top of the top 8, we saw Fukuhara-san with a message to all the fans, all the people who enjoy Rising, saying, hey, here's what's coming up next. Here's the date. And the transparency from the Granblue Fantasy Versus and now Rising team has just been phenomenal. And it really shows how much effort they're putting into making a quality product. The Rising, when it came out, a great package, and they're like, yo, guess what? You can see the rest of this roadmap of what we're going to do. And it's just been exciting stuff after exciting stuff. Had some surprises in there. You know, when 2B was announced, I was like, yo, this song sounds familiar. It couldn't possibly be. And then 2B showed up, lost my mind.
Everybody was like,
so cool to see. And so it makes you really think, what else are we going to get down the road?
Exactly.
And I can't wait to find out and continue this journey with Granblue Fantasy Versus along with everyone else.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a long way to go. We still have a few characters that aren't even announced yet. I know we have Thane and Beatrix who are next in line. After 2B, Lucilius came out a little bit ago. Not available for tournament play until after a month, so there is some time before these new characters can really find their legs and be there available. But it's okay. In our next match, looking like it'll be KINARI versus Yule. As Tempest, it's got, you know, making his way slowly. It's going to be a little bit, but hey, you wanted to see Yule in top 8. That's one way to do it.
That's one way to get it there. You know, shout outs to making sure that the seed is filled so we can see some action here or non-action. How is it?
Yeah, I think I was looking at the wrong camera. I think it was still on us. So they don't know what I'm talking about. It's okay.
It's all good.
It's the play-by-play.
I promise you there's
Y'all
a
are good to go.
there. I promise you that.
There we
it is.
go.
There we go. Locked
Yule in top 8.
Yo, there we
She
go.
made it.
She made it. She made it. Let's go.
Aww. And KINARI getting nice and comfy.
There we go. Get cozy. Get cozied up as we, you know, wait for Tempest's return. You know, that's the problem when you're a really good player, right? Like, you're in all the top 8s, and, you know, sometimes you're needed in multiple places at once. But speaking of multiple places at once, we've seen a lot of different characters from different regions do well, right? And here we do still have 2 Niers hanging around in top 8, but not exactly being used the same way that we saw things like Cygames Cup and Kyonic Cup. And that really, to me, goes to show that, yes, while there has been a lot of Rising being played, the game is still being in its infancy, and I really like how the developers, you know, Fukuhara-san said, you know, 2 to 3 patches per year is what we're looking at, and they're going to be more sizable ones. And I like being able to let a game sit and players digest what's available before making big changes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, the roadmap being there, just telling us how to expect it and to prepare, you know, mentally, and just to see. Because again, you mentioned this transparency means so much. Sets player expectation to make sure things go very smoothly. Speaking of smooth, oh, that's the comfiest person in the venue here. KINARI came all the way, is feeling the love, and is feeling just good time to take a nap. If you're going to have to wait for your opponent, might as well get a little bit of sleep there. All of y'all in the crowd, I really do appreciate y'all hanging out with us and chilling. You have great players and just great people just in here just enjoying some Granblue. So you all came all the way here for Frosty Faustings. I hope you all are enjoying the show. Let me see y'all get excited, all right? Come on. Pop off a little bit. There's Tempest. Let's go.
All right, Tempest coming to the stage. Well, being replaced a short stint within the top 8 side of things, but we're going to get into our match pretty soon. It'll be Tempest versus KINARI. Another Belial making their way through Frosting 16 top 8 for Rising.
We might see the Belial mirror. If Tempest can take this over KINARI, it will be a loser semis, Belial versus Belial, but the Nier is going to be a big stop sign potentially. KINARI losing in the mirror to Zippy. Still's got a lot to prove and doesn't want to be, like, just like Aaron, doesn't want to fall two games straight, 2 sets straight in top 8 when you're in the winner's side.
It's one of those things where, you know, you want to recover, you want to be able to move forward and continue your top 8 run, gain some momentum back. But again, you're facing up against the Nier. You have to change the way that your pressure is going to be constructed when you're going up against a strong Nier player. You can't do necessarily all the things that Belial likes to just lock in and do time and time again, frustrate the opponent with plus frames, because you always have to be wary of, is the counter going to come out? Is that parry going to come out? And I'm going to take a huge chunk of damage.
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of it comes down to just, you have to play Nier's game. She has such a definitive playstyle that can be overbearing, and any mistake can be so scary. But Tempest is not one to fear. He has went through the trenches in so many different games, has been in the mud, and has fought so much BS already. This can't even phase you. So we'll see this energy that Tempest brings with the Belial here against KINARI Nier. Another matchup. After Tempest had eliminated Tyurara, this is the second time Tempest is playing another Japanese player in this top 8. Can he send both of them out of the bracket? We'll find out in just a little bit, but that'll be exciting to put on the resume.
Absolutely. Definitely another thing to mark down and say as an accomplishment. But you got to play the game first. KINARI showing strong stuff on Nier the entire tournament, but here we go. This is going to be another loser side match here in top 8 for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Tempest versus KINARI. Right. I wonder what Tempest is like. Is it set in a song or something like that? Because every opponent, he's like, yo, I need you to make sure that we're locked into this. I think it is the song.
Okay,
like,
make it the right music. Want to have a little something there, a little thumbs up. Okay, let's make our pick. We found it. We're getting the Vegeta song to make it through as we're about to pop off. And here we go. KINARI versus Tempest. Let's hear your excitement. Let's go off, crowd. The match is about to start.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Here we go. Loser side action. This is for bracket life and a chance to move forward.
All right, Tempest already making space. Doesn't want to challenge at round start. Against the spin, against the 6-6L. Gets some space to put the pinwheel, but KINARI with the first throw and the first damage.
Setting the momentum is KINARI. There's the dash L again. Tempest taking a chunk of damage. Hops onto the other side to make sure, and there's the side switch. Tempest caught sleep at the wheel.
All right, SBA, big damage incoming with the low amount of stocks, and now Chip is imminent. Gets a tag though. This is huge.
Listen, might as well spin it out. I don't need bravery points. I don't even have HP.
Any kind of wake up can blow it up. That's the brave counter. Guaranteed Chip out there. Not much Tempest can do. Round 1 KINARI.
Yeah, KINARI taking to the accelerator first, making sure that Tempest knows going to have to stay awake, watch out for the tricky stuff. That crossover did put Tempest in a terrible situation.
Right, double heavy slash, or sorry, heavy. Using that big button there, one of her strongest pokes. Tempest just avoiding it really well. It's a big damage here, going to the corner, but now you gotta be careful how you pressure against Nier. Keep it tight, keep it simple.
Stand dodge, Tempest fading away, backing up, saying, yo, what up with it?
Okay, 6-8 finds the shoulder check, finds the damage, gonna cash out here with the Super Skybound Art after this small extension. And that's gonna be a big lead as Tempest now sitting in the driver's seat. I don't even know if he has a license.
Trying to make sure to stay in control. What's that pressure looking like? The check to the dome.
Oh, not a real thing. Maybe trying to bait out. I don't know what it was. But backs up, makes the space, and now it's just kind of chilling. Has to be careful though.
Tempest trying to put as much space as possible, throwing out those pinwheels, but the ultimate spin going to put Tempest into a terrible situation.
Not enough for chip out yet. There's a little bit of life left on the side. No longer here. That's going to do the job, and a double chip out on both sides. Amazing as we're going down to our third and final round of the first game.
This is such an important momentum setter for both of these players. Tempest fading away again, gets the counter hit dash light, so you get a nice chunky confirm.
Right, gets the squeeze, gets the pressure here. We've not seen the DP be effective, and that's the first time it comes out. Tempest with the block, with the punish, big damage incoming, and is gonna have not enough to get the Skybound Dart, but next hit'll win if he gets it.
Oh, Brave counter right back at you. I need you right there. Ultimate Asmodeus. Nice follow through from Tempest, but KINARI trying to answer back. No, you stay there. Stay in that corner.
No way out. Again, Brave counter does a set amount of damage. If it connects, there is really no way to mitigate it, and especially if you get tagged a certain way, you'll get that hard knockdown. And that'll enforce those chip scenarios that are almost impossible to get out of, especially with the pinwheel. And now, Tempest up one game, one more away to meeting Aarondamac and loser semis.
Oh, what a punish there on KINARI's attempt with the 5M. Tempest trying to hold form. Here comes KINARI though, dash L, yeah, big conversion. No.
Right. Has the ultimate spin, doesn't get the dash heavy, doesn't get an extra juggle, and Tempest busting out. We saw that first round. KINARI took it pretty well, tried to DP, doesn't work out.
Oh, I like this dash L spacing from Tempest again. Full routing, has the Super Skybound Art available as well, definitely cashing out. Tempest going to the bank.
Yeah, big damage, setting up the finale of this round. Not gonna overextend, just gonna wait. Get the medium DP. What are you reaching for? The forecast calls for Belial, and now match point Tempest to make it to the next round.
One round away. I like the cancel with the 2M on the death, sending them back where they came from. Not today.
Plus frames. Just abusing the fact that the dash light and that crouch M both leave Belial at positive. But a nice combo here from KINARI, gonna just get some chip damage, gets the neutral jump, a nice defense here from Tempest.
And the counter hit as well, after the Brave counter. This is so good for Tempest, gonna land KINARI in the corner after this Skybound Art. And I wonder if the counter's gonna start to appear.
All right, there's immediate Brave counter there. Oh, catches the tag, but no confirm here. That's really huge, as KINARI could have found something.
Only has one bravery point, so there, now it's gone. So I have to be super careful. Tempest deciding to go with a Brave counter of their own. Oh!
Okay. I would use SBA here. SSBA. Well, no, you don't have SBA. Yeah, you get at least one stock back. Actually get the kill. Yeah. Never mind, I forget. The lower she has of death, the more damage that'll do, and you just see how much that brought it back for KINARI.
Both of these players locked in and focused. This is so important. KINARI needs to defend another set point to keep things going.
Oh, XVI. Nice block here. KINARI has to be patient here. You cannot try to challenge sometimes with all these plus frames. Now you're in the corner here. Shoulder checks, crouch M's, EX wheels with the mash out. Really
yeah,
nice.
That was so good from KINARI to have that patient defense. Gonna put Tempest into this corner. Meaty slashes. What's it gonna be? Brave counter? No, right back at you.
Oh, and caught a raging strike. Maybe a Brave counter out from Tempest gonna eat this big damage. SBA's imminent. Oh. Damage coming through. KINARI setting up for a big finale.
We might see a game 3 here. Tempest hemmed up in the corner, trying to escape.
Right back out there, no way out. There's the throw, and that's gonna do 1-to-1 as KINARI taking advantage of the fact that having no BPs means that throws do massive damage. And now we're gonna go to a final game in this elimination match.
Yeah, you see KINARI now spacing things out, challenging when they know dash L is gonna come from Tempest and enter things up, and then doing the dash L of their own. Tempest in a whole lot of trouble already in game 3.
Eating a lot of damage. There's the pressure with the second setup with the back throw before the spin comes out. Really big with the ultimate DP. No way out.
Tempest gonna have to find a different approach. Pinwheel's a start. Tried to boot through. Brave counter block, but still in turn. Nice dash L. Here we go. Tempest in just moving.
clear here from Tempest, setting up the grab. That's a guaranteed way of beating Nier's DP. But the side swap again. Next hit's going to be into the SBA. As Tempest uses the Brave counter, has a chance here. Oh, what an air throw! That was magnificent, just protecting the skies. First air throw up the top, and catching Tempest, trying to be cute with it.
Yeah, not here. We're keeping it clean.
Match point. Match point KINARI.
Set point for KINARI to move on and continue the bid for that ARC World Tour spot.
Oh, big counter hit, far heavy. That damage is imminent, and you're gonna get stuck into this middle sandwich. Pushing near to the corner, probably gonna see a Brave counter out in just a second. Instead, just jumps it out.
A Brave counter right back. KINARI keeping Tempest in the corner. That low hit, no real confirm off of it. 2M again, sashaying forward, catwalk at him.
Yeah, death going down means KINARI has to make some space. Doesn't want to try to challenge with these dash Ls. Brave counter back both at 1 point. Both have full meter. Ultimate spin, the damage is going to be huge here. One more touch here for KINARI, and that'll do. KINARI eliminates TempestNYC, moving on to top 4. Tempest out at 5th place here at Frosty Faustings.
Good stuff to Tempest, but better stuff to KINARI. That's the way it goes. KINARI able to really freeze that gameplay from Tempest that they were laying down with Belial. Turn that 6XL, turn the 2Ms into things that were punished, right? Perfect spacing, challenging with the 2L as well when you see the dash forward with the Belial. And then patience. Had a lot of patience in the corner, just no cold shoulders for me. I like it a little bit warmer. I'm good.
Well, that's why we're up here in Chicago in January, right?
There you go.
We like it warm. We came to the wrong place, but when you're Frosty, you're cool. And what's been cooler is just these matches, these players, absolutely stellar. And now we have our top 4 locked in the winner's side, Zippy and Xerom, Nier and Charlotta. And then loser's side, we have Aarondamac with the Belial versus KINARI Nier. So we have 2 Niers in top 4, chance for two Niers to make it out. And I know social media wouldn't let it down, but it doesn't matter because y'all are over there in your phones. We're out here living it up and having a good time, but we appreciate y'all watching and joining us here.
Hopefully you've been having a great time here watching this top 8 Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action. We've seen a lot of different characters approach, but as you said, we've whittled it down to this top 4, and this one coming up is so important because you punch your ticket when you win, right? Like I'm ready to go.
Let's go.
Get my airplane ticket. I'm Arxis. Hit me up.
Let's go.
So it's going to be really important to stay focused and locked in. Obviously, you want to win the tournament,
of course.
Right? Like
that's number 1. That's number 1. Be that Frosty Fausting champion. But getting a trip in March to Los Angeles for the ARC World Tour Finals, not really a bad deal.
No.
You're going to be up there in the echelon with players like Taco and Fukunaga, Fitizen and Sonic-san. You are one of the few to make that happen, and it's going to be between Zippy and Xerom. Zippy representing the newer blood here in Rising. Running with this Nier has been playing just about immaculate so far, but his opponent,
Xerom, is a classically trained, as you so perfectly framed, Granblue Fantasy versus player. Picked on the Charlotta, has locked into the Charlotta so far into Rising, and the results speak for themselves. Has been really tearing through the bracket, and the one thing that we've seen from Xerom so far the entire weekend is the moment that there's a weakness found in the opponent, Xerom pounces on it and capitalizes. And I think a character like Charlotta perfectly lines up with that type of play style. Now, obviously, as you said, Nier is a very strong character, and Zippy is a very strong player. So this is not an easy winners finals by any stretch of the imagination, but it is fascinating for us to see, even at this point in Rising, the new blood versus the old blood go at it. It's going to be so exciting. And again, the winner of this punches their ticket into that ARC World Tours finals in Southern California later in the year. So I mean, you have to, as a competitor, you have to be. It's in your mind. You can't forget about it, right?
Hey, that's the mission, right? You get a win, it unlocks a lot of great stuff for you. But the first thing, a step at a time, and they get to play that 1st to 3 set.
Oh, yeah.
So we're having a long one between these two, so the story can be written in so many different ways. The potential is there. It makes it so much more exciting to see how this plays out. And when you're in that Grand Finals winner's side, you have that extra comfort, and it's all about being comfy. After this long, hard-fought road of being at the upper echelon of 640 players, that's such a large number considering just the growth of Granblue and how people are hungry to play this game and find success and make their waves. And both these players making waves and about to have one epic showdown.
Let's take a splash into this winners finals situation. It's going to be Xerom versus Zippy, first to 3, Charlotta versus Nier.
Yep. So give it a second here, getting our buttons all prepared. Doesn't mean you can't get any less excited.
Okay,
but I'm ready.
I'm ready to get in there.
I'm gassed up. I don't know, they're both looking cool as a cucumber, but appearances could be deceiving. Who knows what's going on inside? There's that thumbs up from Zippy saying, I'm A-okay, but Xerom's like, I ain't ready yet. Hold on.
I got to get a couple more checks.
All right, sending it back. So we're about to begin the winners finals here. Xerom versus Zippy. Nier versus Charlotta. Frosty Faustings, get hype!
Love to see it, love to see it. The beginning of this is so important because Xerom wants to be able to establish how he's going to control the match, because we saw with Nier before how they can just completely take over and run things down.
And already, that round start definitely going to favor the Nier here, but there's a dash M, finds the low, big grab. Throws are one of the bigger weaknesses you have against Nier. They're a way of stopping the DP, getting through a lot of those tricky armor situations. But at that distance, the DP, you're not going to have much of a punish there. The light kills death and sets up Xerom for a good spot until Zippy finds this dash L. Here we go.
Zippy still taking advantage. Doesn't need Death to put down the damage. Oh, the imp jump into the mix slash of Zippy. Keeping it quick with it.
That's a newer tech some players are starting to use. The Raging Strike getting blown up and Xerom falling in that first round. But yeah, they're starting to not just to do the slash pressure. They're doing these same frame jump in high lows. You have to guess empty low, or is it going to be the overhead with the jump U when the doll is active?
Zippy, sponsored by Blitz, and we're seeing why. It's a relentless type of thing. But here comes Xerom trying to push Zippy into this corner. It does.
Okay, and there's the rapid slashes, forces the quick break, and now the pressure here, the side swap, but great use of the Brave counter, gets the knockdown, forces Zippy to bring it right back.
Stagger pressure again, Xerom holding it together. Zippy
Nice.
Looking for an opening, there it is. Ultimate ball again, the overhead lands.
And the big jump, that's potato power there. All those big jumps are a call out on the throw, but gets tagged, trying to hit the doll with the Brave counter. It doesn't work, and look at this damage coming from the SBA. Good Lord.
The screams of the pain, but yo, right back at you. Noble execution, raise your swords up.
Oh, that's massive damage, and he gets a BP back. Let her explode. And now, guess for game. Oh, trying to jump with the mash out, getting the anti-air. Zippy scores the first game, making the hard read on the situation. Could have been a frame trap, would have got the kill, but instead, Zippy just happy that light button press made it work.
Yeah, that was a brave press there from Zippy, but sometimes you gotta risk it, you know, get that reward going. Xerom starting off slow again, Zippy taking full advantage, late tech.
All right, doll's already halfway down. Xerom just taking a lot of chip damage, waiting out, but there's the EX spin. It's gonna get some corner pressure here, and now damage is starting to go, but what an anti-air. Just finds another hit into the Raging Strike.
Oh, there it is again. Not this time. Brave counter, but right back at you, Zippy. Want to keep this momentum. The throw punish after the jump over from Xerom.
Yeah, oh, run up throw, and then the ultimate spin. Big block here from Zippy, but little likely for Xerom. Walking it down, waiting for, has all the cooldowns ready to go, but a lot of respect, especially with how low depth is right now.
Yeah, Zippy's gonna have to choose wisely, but the ultimate ball rolls through again. Didn't get a pickup, but I'm here for the pressure.
Okay, no more BP. I like the jump out. Xerom doesn't need much, but has to be careful here. All this meter, gets the dash L, gets the hit, around on Xerom.
Xerom answering back, saying, I will not go quietly here in winners finals. Zippy starting off aggressively with dash L. Parry represented, but not really used to full effect so far, and there's the check and punish from Zippy.
Now raising up, raising down, gotta be careful. Zippy taking full advantage, big damage. There's the setup, goes low that time.
Nasty with it.
Ankles, snap, damage imminent. One more mix-up from here. Nice Brave counter, and there's the throw. Big chance here for Xerom to make something happen, using every resource they have available, but Zippy's defense, the master right now.
Xerom just trying to open it up. I know it's a Saturday, it's getting a little late, but I see the lights on, the clerk's there.
All this meter used up, Xerom still not finding a hit. At least taking death down just a smidge, but Zippy in full control.
Xerom taking it slow again, but the conversion, no, just a little bit, but Zippy able to close out this round, potentially go up 2-0 and start to run away with it a little bit.
Absolutely, absolutely. Zippy goes with that huge lead. It could be really hard for Xerom to bring it back. Still has this round on the board. Still knows that they can do it, but a game would make things all the sweeter. That's a lot of death gauge down, but the DP is going to be some damage, and into the corner you go.
Oh, there's the parry, but Xerom able to roll through it, did not connect. Xerom with the neutral jump as well. And here we go, Raging Strike into the chain. We're going to the corner. Xerom amping it up a little bit.
Nice damage in the setup there. Finds the slam, gets the hit. The dodge on the potential brave counter doesn't quite work. And this should be enough. How much are we gonna spend? Everything. And what does it get you? Everything.
Tying it up 1-all is Xerom. Crowd feeling it as well. This winners finals is starting off with the heat. Xerom staying locked in and focused, able to take some momentum, guy. And you know what? Zippy on the back foot a little bit.
Ooh, we'll run up. There's a 2U. That's a big hit. Or 2M. 1 or 2. And look at that damage already coming off here. The reversal, it hits death, so it has to use Raging Strike to maximize the damage. But it is so much damage. Now you got to guess for game.
All big punish here for Zippy. Xerom going to be donating this round over to the death tax.
That's right. I mean, there's only 3 guarantees in life, right? And one of them's on screen right now.
Yeah, that's facts.
Battle 2. Engage.
Okay, dash L. Zippy starting out to start the round. Nice little roll. Gets a tag, but nothing much from it.
I like the 5M in that spacing too. Caught Zippy looking, but the counter comes out. And now Xerom in the volleyball match.
Great instant brave counter, knowing that Zippy's kind of chilling, but the jump in, potato power. Those Charlotta jumps. One of her strongest tools here. Nice block. Here we go.
Yo, big damage as well. Xerom.
Cash out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Going to take that bravery point away as well. Empty jump, and Zippy said, I'm pressing. I paid my $50.
And has all this meter here. There's the setup, the side swap. Zippy gets the hit, gets the round, and death comes for us all.
Zippy keeping it quick with it.
Man, Xerom, who've been so perfect at setting those brave counters on the dash M from Nier, that time didn't work. And Zippy happy to steal it away and make it work. That puts Zippy 2-1 in a huge lead here. One more game will enable them and put them in the Art World Finals, put them in Grand Finals. Can they do it, or can Xerom answer back and tie things up?
We've seen Xerom recollect and answer back before, but this is not an easy road whatsoever. Zippy keeping the distance here, letting death do the work.
Your big slam, that's the start. Slicing up through, just keeping that safe pressure here, daring you to call out that counter.
Starting to see some regular throws here from Xerom, mixing up the pressure.
Ooh, big grabs, I like it.
Xerom dives in, gets the conversion with the EX slashes, the Raging Strike into the chain, does an ultimate skill as well, and Xerom with the optimization gonna take the round.
Absolutely, Xerom knows, has to put everything out here. Does not want to go down so sweetly in the night. There's a lot more Granblue to be played, and doing their best to avoid death. What many have not done.
We'll see if they're able to become the immortal, but that nasty stuff with the cross slashes and the overhead connects. Xerom stuck in the corner, but here we go. Finally found some space. Brave counter right back. Yeah, Zippy trying to keep Xerom right over death.
Oh, nice brave counter. It's a lot of death gauge down with the dodge on Wake Up. The reaction from Zippy on point, taking down Xerom. 1 round away.
One coin is on the eye. Will the other one be placed on the opposite? And Xerom sent down to the River Styx in loser side.
Oh, man. Oh, Arc World Tour Finals berth. Just 1 round away here for Zippy. He's going to fight with everything they got, but Xerom stepping in the way with a big jump. This potato with the power, finding a counter at heavy. Big damage imminent. And Zippy now having the guess here on the flip, gets tagged. This should be the round, but will it be enough?
Xerom finding that other level. Raging Strike, the pickup here. We are rolling out into game 5. Xerom tying it up. Frosty, Faustings, let's hear it for our first game 5.
Class act from both players. They're putting their hearts out for everyone to see. The stakes have not been higher. Even Harry Carey's jealous.
Yo, facts. Xerom, Zippy, this has been such an important and focused matchup back and forth. We've seen the adaptations here, but both of these players now just 2 rounds away from punching that ticket into Arc World Tour. Here we go, game 5.
Oh, the dodge, getting hit. Zippy strikes first blood. Was inches away from qualifying for Grand Finals. Has to do 2 more rounds, but Xerom, not one that goes down too easily as the pressure's on already. Near in the corner, tagging death. That's gonna be gone for a little bit. The jump, no escape yet. Not so easy.
And the jump over, again, this has been Xerom's real go-to in this match, is forcing Zippy into those throw techs and then capitalizing off of the mistakes, the double jump, and here come the throws, the Xerom special.
All right, big dive, but now in the corner here. Charlotta tries to ultimate spin, doesn't work. Zippy cannot build the meter, has to get 1 more hit here to make it count. There's the dash shell, there's the break, dunking down. Spanaroonie.
Let's look at the chip damage, even on block. Brave counter, Xerom gets the overhead, no full confirm, and the Brave counter right back. Xerom does have meter, he decides to roll out, and he's gonna roll even closer towards Arc World Tour Finals.
What a hit! Breaking through death, avoiding the chip. Xerom 1 round away, so close here. Tasting victory, but Zippy not gonna just lay down and die.
Zippy slowly trying to control this patch, maybe match the momentum, but Xerom brave and the bold in the face of death.
What a grab, but even better tech from Zippy. Has to be careful here. Dash L tries to get the grab, but the big hop's coming through, a nice tag.
Yeah, got to cancel out that puppet when you can. Gets the low, goes for the jump. This time Zippy not teching, but gets thrown off of it.
Zippy just trying to stop these jumps with those lights. It's just not working. Far H, nice. Oh, and he gets the hit off the wall. There's the conversion.
Yo, he picked that up. He picked that up, and he picked himself up into Arc World Tour's Finals. Our first grand finalist will be Xerom.
The Charlotta power in the Gandino
Yo,
picture.
shout out!
That's what I'm talking about. Gandino represent the spirit, the Boricua in the building. Charlotta is in Arc World Tour Finals. Xerom is in Grand Finals. What a way to pop things off as we're just a little over halfway through this top 8.
Yo, I can't believe it. That was an incredible match. Everything that we may have wanted and may have not wanted to see was all mixed in there together. The heartbreak and the triumph all blended into a perfect set between Xerom and Zippy. It was just incredibly good stuff. And listen, if that's the way that we're going to kick off top 4, I'm gonna have to get another bottle of water up in here.
Yeah, you might need to get a doctor to check me out real quick. My heart, I don't know if it can take all this, but Xerom just absolutely stellar, being down 2-1. And answering back in such an amazing fashion with great reactions, great pressure. Zippy was just looking lost on defense. Wasn't even relying on the counter uppercut because throws were coming out, but those jumps were going unanswered, and to play just absolutely immaculate. And that's why not any surprise that they made it to the World Tour Finals, that they're in Grand Finals, and that they think it's solace that they just have 1 more match to win to be your Frosty Faustings champion.
Listen, for Xerom, the first job is done, qualified for Arc World Tours, but it's not over yet, because as I said at the top of this top 4, you want to win the whole thing.
Exactly.
You want to be able to say, yo, I came in, laid down the law on 640 people, and I am the champion. But it's not over yet. Zippy's still alive, and that was a super close set. So if we see the run back, there's no way to call it. But before we do that, we need to drop back down to loser side of things, back into that 1-2 territory. It's going to be KINARI coming up on the Nier versus Aarondamac on the Belial.
That's right, our last 1-2 set of this top 8. This dictate who makes top 3, who has that last chance to get that potential spot away from Zippy. It's a lot of pressure all throughout here, but they've made it this far and they can make it work. KINARI again, all the way from Japan, but he's been eating up this energy, has been feeling so good. And you see him just cheesing, having fun with the crowd. All that energy is really pushing it, but Aarondamac has been locked in. It's just been this super strong focus, and again, they've been such a strong competitor in recent years, in other games as well. So seeing them have this performance in Granblue has been nothing short of amazing.
It's been incredible, and especially, you know, Aarondamac did not have the match on winner's side go the way that they wanted, but able to respond back, win really in a stronger, convincing way. I'm super excited to see this, because this is going to determine who goes up against Zippy to try to punch that ticket. So you know Zippy is waiting in the wings, watching, rethinking about this match, but also got to watch one of these two, because they're going to be his next opponent.
That's right. I mean, having already beaten KINARI, you'd probably be like, yeah, bring KINARI on. I had no problem with it, but Aarondamac, they haven't faced off like that, so it's so much to really think about. Do you have that familiar opponent who might have figured out how to fight you? Or maybe the person that you don't know if they're ready to deal with you or you're ready to deal with them. But they got to deal with each other first in a Belial versus Nier match. I know we've seen it time and time again, but, you know, enjoy it. There's a lot of fun to be had, and of course, the skill level is through the roof.
Hey, yo, Frosty, let me hear you for loser semifinals! Yeah.
All right. Thank you all there. Krill Sports continuing on. Aaron versus KINARI. US versus Japan. I love it. This early on in the game, making these stories out the gate.
Aarondamac trying to write his own chapter here, but the reversal from KINARI, gonna put him on the back foot immediately, has to step away, does not want to get clipped up by death.
That's right, trying to get that room, but nice, finds a big hit on there, gets the Asmodeus, pushing KINARI in the corner.
Look at the spacing here as well. Aarondamac trying to get away just from the puppet hovering, but KINARI knows that, opens up room for dash L, but Aarondamac with the cold shoulder move over.
Here we go, pressure's on, but has to be careful here. I mean, Aarondamac gets a one big hit, instead gets challenged, doesn't go for a raging strike or anything else, but this dash L, again, a combo drop. KINARI opportunities to finish the round, but have let it go.
Late tech again, whoa, Aarondamac pulling the trigger a little bit early.
And Belial's face spoke that whole sequence in there, like, dang, I got. But a little rough there. KINARI's got to tighten up. A lot of opportunities, a lot of drop opportunities. Can't let that phase you, but you can't let that keep happening either.
You got to get those drop-timals in play. Shout outs to Ryudo.
That's right. Oh, the punish. He was still in the pose of the activation of death. So now Aaron's going to get some big hit here and extend it in the corner.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't have the meter for Skybound art, but still has this pressure going. KINARI got to make some decisions. Do I try to counter? What a punish. 2L on the whiff throw. Aaron locked in and ready.
All right, meaty throw. There he goes again, forcing the Brave counter out.
Stagger pressure again. KINARI looking for a way to open up. There's the correct time to DP. Aarondamac moving forward. Got the regular throw.
Do it again. No, it's the wake up SSBA parry. Big damage incoming as death comes for Belial, and now we're at a guess of game. There is no more BP on the side of Aaron to throw. One more hit will do it after this.
How did it end up like this? Aarondamac, though, weathering the storm, shoulder move over.
That shoulder check, kept Aaron's hopes alive in that first game here. Blowing a quick kiss to both combatants, but there is no time for love, there's only time for war.
Aarondamac using the whole arsenal, the 2M counter hit. Asmodeus into the corner we go, but the whiff throw, KINARI answering back.
All right, side swap again. This is the last spot you want to be against Nier. Instead, no, it's just going for the sandwich. There's the dash, but the dodge isn't going to save you. And big damage incoming, SBA.
The wail of the punish. KINARI with the meaty slashes. Brave counter almost punished as well. Aarondamac trying to hang on, needs this game one, but KINARI hammering at the door, and the punish on the whiff throw check. KINARI going to go up 1-0.
Wow, what pressure there. Even though Aaron had it tied up in rounds, keeping it close, KINARI finding those hits in the pressure. Aaron not being able to escape it and giving up all that life damage, and that's like the hard part. You could just try to challenge, you can try to just not block it, but that could do more damage than it can save you.
Aarondamac going to have to figure out a new route for offense, and that might be it. Counter hit, dash L. KINARI stuck in the corner, but the challenge, KINARI's been so bold and brave on defense, doesn't care if I'm in that corner, because I know if I get a hit, I can turn it into tragedy.
A corner is everywhere against this character, and that's the part. Not even going for a side swap to say, I want the damage. Run up, there's a DP, a big risk from Aaron, but it works. Speaking of DPs, there's the ultimate one from Nier.
Chained up, the chain gang. Aarondamac trying to stay out of jail, but the dash L coverage on death. KINARI ushering Aarondamac towards the corner. Aaron does have that Skybound art.
No, that's not gonna matter. The 2H and the Raging Strike gonna bless up for KINARI, who is now on set point, 1 round away from getting the run back against Zippy. Aaron's last chance and the last thread of hope.
Will it be the return of the Mac once again? We are about to find out. The dash L start says no. KINARI, like a different genre of music.
Absolutely, absolutely. Tries to get the shoulder check, finds the heavy, gets some damage going to the corner here, but has to make it count. Every time KINARI's been cornered, he's found a mash out and found a chance. Instead, no mashing, no escape, take this DP.
Yeah, and Aaron trying to be wary now of that reversal and does. 5H connection, going to be able to use Skybound Art if he so chooses. The Raging Chain strike into the Skybound Art, absolutely. And now Aarondamac in the position to take this round and stay around.
That's right, you want to stay here, but the Brave countered out immediately. Only 7 stocks left on death. Has to be careful with all that meter here. There's the parry, there's the nod with the shoulder check. Calm yourself down, KINARI. I ain't gonna work twice so easily. Aaron still in it here.
You're gonna have to earn it. Aarondamac fended off 1 set point, needs to do it again to send it to 1-all.
All right. Already immediate, just 2 M's, just to check those dashes, but finds the pinwheel, finds the dash L, gets some damage here, pushes KINARI to the corner.
Uh-oh. This is going to be big damage here for KINARI. Aaron in the ping pong match for its Gump edition. You got to hold that.
The double, the jump, trying to beat the Brave counter, but then immediately stand L. It's a Raging Strike. Aaron taking more damage. One more hit can finish the job here, but the shoulder check comes through once more.
I need to rely on the tools that got me here. Sweet Chin music, 2 notes.
Oh, big damage too. There was only 1 break point on the side of KINARI. The beams are gonna pierce, and the damage is done. But KINARI still with not enough bar for SBA. Has to be careful. Can't get thrown, but finds the hit. This should be enough. KINARI with the SSB, yay! And as my man Geese Howard said, you cannot escape from death.
Yo, the finish for KINARI. Death is inevitable. KINARI moving on into losers finals. Big ups to Aarondamac for hanging in there, but KINARI just showing the poise and the timing of not just when to use reversal. That started to get punished. Okay, cool. I'm going to go to my big low button. I'm going to try to confirm, catch you walking back, because I saw you doing that earlier to bait out my reversal. This time I got something for you.
Absolutely had a little bit in the plate, and guess what? It might be a parry, but in a combo, that death will find you anywhere. Again, there is nowhere you can go on screen where you're getting hit by Nier, and it just finishes the job. KINARI popped off so hard, and you felt that right there. Getting that run back, staying alive, and just the pressure, not enough to do it to him. But they get a chance to get a breather, get a break, because we'll be right back after we're done with our breaks. But stay tuned for more Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action here at Frosty Faustings in just a little bit.
Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Frosty Faustings, number 16, Granblue Fantasy Rising versus top 8 action. We are here with our top 3, Maverick, Raph, and the rest of this wonderful crowd watching with us. And we have seen an exciting top 8 so far, but we're not done just yet.
Absolutely, 3 players remain. 1 in Grand Finals, 1 in the Arc World Tour Finals. That is Xerom with the Charlotta. But who will be facing off of them against the Grand Finals? Who will be coming up from the loser's side, rising to the sky to reach the echelon? Will it be Zippy representing Blitz and with a strong Nier, dominating performance all the way throughout? Or will it be their opponent who lost to them in the winner's side to kick things off? KINARI from Japan also playing Nier. The Nier match will be incoming. This will be the next 3 out of 5 set. Winner of this not only qualifies for the World Tour, but gets a chance to face off against Xerom to be your Frosty Faustings champion.
Yeah, it's going to be so important here that this is a 3 out of 5 set, because both of these players have shown the ability to adapt to their opponent's tendencies. We just saw in the last match, KINARI able to close out the walk back from Aarondamac after baiting out the reversal so many times. And Zippy, on the other end, took it to the absolute limit against Xerom.
Exactly. Both players just, again, full force here. Great players with a great character, a combination that can spell success, but only one can succeed between these 2. And we're going to just get everything locked in, set in. We're going to shrimp it out with everyone in the crowd there. I hope you don't have an allergy to shellfish, man. Are you good with it?
I'm good. I'm good.
All right,
good.
that's what I'm talking about.
Don't got to worry about the iodine. Hey, yo, Frosty, let me hear you out there. Oh, yeah, we love it. We're going into the button check, you know, especially at this point. Want to make sure everything nice and crisp. Don't want any regrets, any mistakes when we're moving forward.
No problem.
Make sure everything's crisp. Like you said, This one is going to be really interesting. Not only does it punch your ticket into R4 Tour, but, you know, potential runbacks against Xerom, right? So both of these players are going to have to look at this as obviously opponent in front of you, job number one. Job number two, how am I going to approach this grand finals if I get the W?
That's right. One step at a time, though. One round at a time. There'll be a lot of discussion. The conversation between these two is going to be immeasurable. There's only room, though, for one Nier in this sky here at Frosty Faustings. North America versus Japan clashes again. Once more. Zippy versus KINARI. Believe in victory. Do you believe in victory?
Always, always. I've been following the script since day one, before Rising was out in vanilla, and I'm continuing to believe. But here we go. Battle one, engage.
All right, immediate start. Zippy had done that consistently with the EX spin to beat out any round start from KINARI, who's not trying to answer it back. And again, another big strike. Life depleting as Zippy's in full control.
Again, KINARI trying to answer back here. Does Zippy stuck in this corner?
And KINARI just loves being walked into the corner. That makes it easier for them to get a side swap and put their pressure on, but Zippy fighting it out. Gets pushed back in with the brave counter.
Brave counter right back. Zippy trying to escape the excuse me from Zippy. The quick reactions.
Thanks for donating your brave points. Definitely take that, take the roll, take the round. Zippy, again, looking just as strong as they did in their first meeting in the winner's side.
Absolutely, and Zippy has shown time and time again, he is locked in and ready to go when it comes to reacting to Raging Strike. Something to take note of, but KINARI out here on the back foot. Oh, caught him looking. Counter hit for Zippy.
Don't be Preston against me at this range. Death has my back and behind the corner, but a big hit. Wait a minute, KINARI finding some damage.
I like this runaround too from KINARI. Make sure the combo is stable. Goes for the mix here. The dash through. Zippy keeping it clean. Knows the character.
That's a big difference between the two. KINARI going more for that ability to try to go for the left-right, where Zippy's going for the high-lows.
Oh, couple of staggers here. KINARI.
Cash out. SSBA.
Cash out, yeah. This should close the round out as well. KINARI weathering that storm, hanging in there, able to flip the round around, and here we are, tied up in game one.
Round and around we go, man. Into round number 3, KINARI versus Zippy. Who can get that first game, put that notch on their belt, and set themselves up for success?
It's a tango with death. Either way you look at it, Zippy starting out aggressively on KINARI's defense. There's the EX spin, tries to block it up, but the counter comes through for Zippy.
Absolutely, an armored reversal can be very, very strong here now. Already kind of in the blender, but nice check. Gets the punish though. Had to cancel that far L into something as soon as possible. Instead, Zippy's going to make this damage count. And now that's it. The far heavy, the fadeaway. Catching KINARI time and time again. Trying to press the button. One step closer to the grand final. Zippy inching their way forward in the Nier match once more.
Got to do it 2 more times to Zippy, but never count KINARI out. We've seen the composure before, able to turn things around. There's the EX send immediately. Good tech on the throw, but another one from Zippy, willing to spin the stocks aggressively.
Absolutely. Down to 3, that's fine. I'm only making my depth stronger. So any kind of hits that can pop off from here can be huge. There's the check. Has to be careful here, because Zippy now down to 2. Now KINARI's turn to get some damage in.
Oh yeah, pop Zippy right into that corner. Got to hold those meaty slashes. Zippy in the back like, oh, that's what it feels like. Not so fun.
Oh, ultimate spin. That's big damage on there too. It's going to put him in the spot. They got to respect it. Zippy with the ultimate has SSBA available. Still on deck with a 2LM.
Stagger here. KINARI looking to close the door on this round, but Zippy fighting back, blocked up the brave counter. Oh, the raw raging strike. He said, I will just spend it. If you're going to block, that's cool. I'm coming through.
KINARI hasn't dodged those. Every time, Zippy's been no problem getting that sidestep. KINARI just getting hit by it just like so. Zippy's back on board and poised to go up 2 in the set.
I like that stagger throw all from Zippy, starting off aggressively again. KINARI on the back foot, went for the counter. Little bit of a punish, but Zippy with the pickup after the dash L.
It's huge. Damage incoming. Zippy doesn't have meter to really get an SSBA, but the counter comes back out for KINARI. Gonna be able to get a sandwich situation, and though Zippy's been fine about blocking this, it's whatever. I block high on the cross to get out of the corner, no big deal.
Yeah, staying cool, calm, and collected is KINARI, but the ultimate reversal. Chain gang activated. KINARI trying to stay out of that jail. But again, the EX in from Zippy has been so aggressive. It's catching KINARI, just moving and trying to reposition in that neutral space.
Hey, spin to win, man. Death coming through and helping out. The twirl has just been enough as Zippy's just commanded the neutral all the way throughout. Up 2 games, 1 more to go. If Zippy can find it, they've got a lot of good things coming their way, but KINARI has to fight back here. This is their last chance, their potential last game.
Oh, no pun. Oh, there it is. Got the counter hit. Zippy baiting out that counter once more. KINARI being bounced around. Really got to guess around here.
Oh, trying to go for a brave counter. There's nothing to counter there. But though KINARI finds a hit, but it's still a tough spot. Gonna go immediately for SSBA.
Oh, yeah.
Get that damage. Call it Death to help you, but that might not be enough. The damage obviously not, but the momentum shift may not help. We'll see.
Yeah, Zippy in these situations has used Brave Counter, and there it is to really try to stave off that offense from KINARI to get it started, but runs into the super armor reversal. No, continuation.
Big drop there, potential was there, and then the quick L. 1 more round. Zippy close to closing this out, getting to grand finals.
Zippy starting to look up what that weather is going to be like that week in LA, but KINARI still has an opportunity to change their fate.
All right, there's the spin, the pressure's on, KINARI's blocking it out, but you can't win by blocking. Nice challenge there, inching closer. 2 more big hits can make it work with the ultimate spin. 1 more time. There's the ultimate reversal. Zippy just no respect, no care.
Oh!
Now look at the hit. 1 more, that should be it. With the damage, Zippy does it. Eliminates KINARI, gets the grand finals and qualifies for the Arc World Tour Finals in March. Let's go.
Yo, Zippy with the pop-off. All barely staying seated, but you can see the excitement. You can see the relief. And on the other side, of course, shout-outs to KINARI. You can see, you know, didn't do what he set out to do here. Did extremely well, but fell just a little bit short, and that is the beauty of the heartbreak and triumph of these bracket that we've seen all the way through.
Understandable, but really quick, all y'all please, give it up for KINARI all the way from Japan, fighting their heart out. Please show them some love. There you go, love to hear it. KINARI's been a class act. Absolutely just playing it for the crowd, having a great time here, coming all the way to Chicago to celebrate Granblue with us, and you can't ask for that kind of dedication to the game. I'm glad he seemed to have a great time. Not the results he wanted, but the love is there. But
speaking of love,
it's not over yet.
There's
a lot to love.
All about death coming up for Xerom. Going to have to run it back yet again against Zippy's Nier. Just to remind you, in winners finals, it was the absolute limit game 5 last round type of situation. Xerom was able to capitalize and clutch it out. This time around, it's going to be Zippy again, but coming from that loser side. So Zippy has a lot more work to do.
That's right.
On the approach if Zippy not only wants to be ARC World Qualifier, but Frosty Faustings 16 Grand Champion for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising.
Wants to hoist that trophy high, wants to feel good about how it goes through, but again, Xerom already beating him in the winners finals, already knowing this is what I have to do. There's no way to know how this set will go, but those players at the top of their game making things just extra exciting, and it's just been an absolute pleasure to see everyone battle it out.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good one, and I, can't really call this one as it was super close last time, but you can see both players starting to get ready here, plug in, and get locked in. But you know what? I think we're going to throw it to a quick ad break before we get this last match. So make sure that you guys get refreshed, get ready for the final match of Granblue Fantasy versus Rising here at Frosty Faustings 16. Going to take a quick break, and then after that, we'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Nope. We're not going anywhere. Surprise!
I lied.
That's the fastest ad break I've ever seen, man. But that was a great read, though. You got it.
Yeah.
Put that on the reel.
Gotta stay ready and locked in,
Of course.
We would just make sure your reactions were clean as Zippy's on those raging strikes. Gotta be able to dodge them and punish them.
If we're not getting mixed, then we're fighting game players too. We're in it there, and we're happy to see. But now our players sitting down, getting ready. This time Xerom on the right side. Zippy electing to take that first player side. They'll have that going into it, but Xerom on the winner side, sitting pretty, sitting proud, where they just have to win 3 games to be the champ. Zippy, though, one mission accomplished, one thing going. feeling good about themselves, but they want that dub, and the crowd living it up, excited as all heck. One more amazing match to cap off this incredible ride from on Saturday or Friday. 640 competitors entered. 2 are left remaining on this stage.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible one. Hey, yo, Frosty out there, you ready for grand finals? Yeah, absolutely. Locked in and ready to go. Like you said, this is going to be an exciting one for sure. And I think we're just making sure everything is set and ready to go from the technical side of things. Obviously, we want to be able to play this out to its fullest extent. Don't want any interruptions, anything like that outside of the game to distract us from the conclusion of what has been a fantastic bracket starting on Friday and culminating to today.
And you see all the energy there. So many more amazing sets happening all throughout. Even though we're going to be ending soon here at Granblue, there's still much more action to go with Street Fighter 6, Guilty Gear Strive, and other games too. So do not go anywhere after this set. You definitely want to stick to it, even with Xerom popping off all the way on that side there. This is just the tournament to kick things off for the year. Be excited for that brand new era of 2024 events.
Yeah.
Frosty, Faustings, and many more. You saw all the ads for them. Make sure you check them out.
It's been a fantastic return to offline, you know, as we continue forward. And 2024 is shaping up to be just even better than 2023 somehow, some way. And it, you know, it's all the efforts for people who play these games, who set things up, the event organizers, tournament organizers. It is a full community effort here. And Frosty Faustings is always the best way to kick things off for that year. Here we go. I hear the music going, so we're going to get into what is likely our last button check of the tournament. It's going to be Xerom locking in on the Charlotta, of course, Zippy on the Nier. We know the characters, we know the players. We just got to make sure everything is set and ready to go and locked in, and then we will begin our grand finals.
Xerom, how you feeling? You guard back there? I see you on stage. Give me a thumbs up if you're all right.
No, he's locked in.
He's locked in?
He's locked in, bro.
I see one ear open. He can hear me, but it's fine. You can ignore me. It's okay.
He's locked.
What about
He's
you,
focused.
Zippy? You all right, Zippy? Give me a thumbs up. Nah, you good? Okay.
No,
he's locked in. Okay, I want to check. I want to
gotta,
see. I gotta feel for it, right? They can hear me, but don't worry about it. I'm just a commentator. It's all good.
This button check is going to make sure, like I said, everything locked in on the mechanical side of things. Don't want to have any button accidents, things of that nature.
No button unchecks, okay? Everything's gonna look good here, no problem. We're just building up the anticipation here. I know they've already accomplished one goal, both players here, but the final goal, the final prize, is still yet to be achieved. Seeing with Charlotta going all the way through this, I mean, big ups to Xerom, sticking to their guns all the way through. It's just showing that the potential for a player and a character can exceed what people might have expected, right? Oh, there's 2 Niers in top 8. You can't just write it in stone, though. The players make the story at the end of the day.
That's true.
And this story is about to be concluded as we're about to lock in here. Xerom versus Zippy. Charlotta versus Nier. Here we go. Grand Finals, Granblue Fantasy versus Rising at Frosty Faustings 16.
All right, competitors ready to go, characters locked in. All that's left is to do it. We're going to kick things off right here, Grand Finals action, game 1.
We'll see, those big jumps from Xerom dictated that first set between the two and made it really hard for Zippy to defend against it. There's the dunk off the flip, empty strike, and Zippy just patiently waiting their turn.
We're doing staggers here. Xerom backing up, wary of that counter. Does not want to get caught by it. There's the brave counter, but Zippy this time with the delayed jump over gets a punish.
Right, this time it's Zippy's jumps, right? And getting huge damage here into the ultimate setup. There's the overhead, no biting on it, but the throw's going to connect.
Oh, Xerom trying to just hold firm here. Has to eat all of those slashes. The damage is adding up, even on block. Ultimate roll through, nothing doing, but Xerom challenging, saying it's still my turn.
Still not any ultimate skill available. Oh, the jump, but they just answered from Zippy. Chip could be imminent, so has to be extra careful here. Ultimate skills on both sides.
Xerom looking for a way to close out the round. The stand dodge, but no. Dash L from Zippy on to strike first blood.
Great usage of that. Recognize the ultimate spin. That's one of the answers to it. If you're far away enough, roll forward. If you're close enough, sidestep. But the follow-up after, you're still going to be careful. Zippy with that round, but they still got a long way to go from the loser side.
Oh, yeah. Needs to get game after game, reset the bracket as well. Zippy, nice intercept there from Xerom's jumps. The parry, nothing doing, delayed it long enough.
And there we go. Now you got to guess the pressure here. Trying to avoid the brave counter, but let it rock.
Nice dash L there from Xerom, going to answer back. put Zippy into this corner, wants to keep this momentum empty. No, went for the throw and no go.
We're trying to reset to a grab. Ultimate skill, but the doll does not go down so easy, forcing a brave counter out. There's the ultimate reversal, and Zippy now locked in.
Xerom spacing things out, does not want to get caught up by some of those big buttons from Zippy, but the Raging Strike, nothing doing, and then right back at you, but Zippy had a brave counter ready. Xerom, no bravery points available, but the rollout Ultimate Edition, I'm paying 100 plus.
Absolutely big whiff from Zippy. Lets Xerom get a tie in the rounds. Whoever gets this first game dictates the pace, but Xerom, being in the winner's side, inches much more closer to victory. Okay, instant brave counter, very nice. And then delaying, beating out the 2H.
Yeah, hammering her way at the guard. Needs Zippy to open up. Ultimate roll through. This time Zippy not challenging, doesn't want to get blessed up.
Even there, a lot of respect. With the spin on the doll, if you do DP, it'll blow up an attempt to kill the doll. So really nice from Xerom waiting it out. There's the spin, there's the punish. Big damage coming through here. Zippy's got to be careful. They're low on life. They have the parry SSBA available, but instead they challenge with the 5L.
Yeah, Xerom had been going to the well with the overhead a couple of times after Demon Flip. This time Zippy able to convert into big damage, but there's the brave counter. Xerom tapping away at the guard, but the dash L too far away. The stand dodge, 5M Raging Strike into the chain. Xerom.
What a game from there. I see the little smile on his face there. He's like, I got away with murder, but you know what? Don't call me colors.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Don't worry about it.
They're not going to find me. Never.
Never catch me, Cabas. All right, up one game, two more to get that victory. Try to put the parry out, trying to catch maybe Zippy going for a spin or throwing out dash L.
There's the empty jump and the tech as well. Xerom trying to keep himself clean. The ultimate spin right this way, sir. The Mortician is waiting.
All right, this is huge. I mean, a good round for Zippy. Could be hard pressed if you're Xerom to return this, but always able to. There's the block. Plus on block though. Got to wait it out. Hope for the best.
Oh,
Nice.
the parry. Zippy waiting, saying, you know what, you go into the ultimate wheel a little bit too much.
Yeah, good answer and good response. Zippy though still needs another round to close it out and tie things up here, but with those reactions and that game plan, always able to do that. Nice little block, good tech.
Late tech took some damage off of it, but, you know, better than nothing. The stand dodge, but Def still comes through. You cannot stop it.
Oh, no. Now back to the setup here. We're going to go for the advance. Okay, a little extra credit. Again, avoiding, trying to maybe a brave counter.
It's the ultimate roll through again. Zippy trying to catch Xerom approaching, but the skies were safe.
All right, there's going to be the ladder. No, it's going to go for the flip. Finding the overhead. Nice damage, more pressure here as Xerom now. Feasting right now. Smells blood in the water. There's the ultimate spin. Forcing some screen space. Do it again just to keep pushing Xerom back.
Xerom spacing things out, being patient as well. Gets the dash low. Ultimate roll through again. This time Zippy staying patient.
Nice jump, and then it's the dunk. Getting the slam to jump over, but the air throw, very nice.
Zippy with the reactions in the air throw. Back into the corner goes Xerom. Super Skybound not available, but when can I use it? No, it's the ultimate roll through. Not done yet. Slashes trying to go for chip. Zippy with the brave counter, reach for the throw and the smooth through. Zippy staying locked in. Headphones popped all the way off and out.
All right, give it a second here. I get the excitement, I get it, but you can't pop off so early. That's just tying up the set 1-1. He's acting like he got the reset, but hey, he's having a good time, and that's all that matters.
Absolutely, it's stressful out here. You know, both players got to stay locked in. They're pushing themselves to the apex. Zippy don't even know where to plug the headphones in. Like, bro, I don't know what's happening.
Oh my goodness, I love it. All smiles, though. They're both just having a blast.
Absolutely.
And that's what I saw. I had that in Plus R yesterday. All the players having a good time. Over here in Granblue, it's the same way, but now we're tied up in the rounds. Still, Xerom in the lead, needing 2 more to go. But 2 from Zippy to get that reset. Nice chunk.
Smooth through. I'm not trying to talk to you. I want to talk to the manager.
Ooh, fade away. No good.
Ping pong match again. Xerom on the bad end of the slashes, and there's the ultimate DP. Get off.
Yeah, really nice. Just holding down back, letting a ripple go. Ooh, never mind. Finally answers the flip. No dice, big damage incoming. One more touch here. No, just enough to extend it. Will it finish? Not quite.
No, but that was enough. Hit him with the 2 chains.
All right. Zippy getting some momentum here. Zippy feeling pretty good about himself, especially, you know, again, the little goofiness aside, right? That probably charged them up and loosened up. That's what you want to see out of a player.
Yeah, it's going to be important here for Xerom to vary up their approach. Zippy starting to get used and hip to the game. Dash L comes through on a Raging Strike, Raging Change, corner carry activated.
All right, the big jump though, again, the potato power is to leap and finds a way through, resetting, crossover, more pressure, and gets the overhead a little extension there off the triple attack.
Keeps the turn off of the pressure too when that overhead lands. Zippy though, maybe spinning those stocks, not afraid to make sure death is activated.
Oh, whip punish on the dash M. Big damage there as a jump away. Doesn't get contested, but the ultimate spin cycle gonna find its home.
Only one stock remaining on the death call for Zippy. Xerom with the cake knife win there.
All right, spending the resources here. Could have had the super available just there. Not able to finish the job here, but one more touch can do it. Oh, not a liar. I'm a liar. You know what? Don't listen to me. What am I talking about?
Said 2 Chainz, that's my favorite rapper. What you mean?
Dang.
I'm ready for it. Xerom.
I love using the EX resources after the 2 Raging Strikes. So really nice to see. It's the first time we've seen that combo from Xerom in this set. So knowing that they have these positions where they know how they can finish the job, that was incredible.
With the bounce again, the meaty slices just land raw.
All right, you can only take one more of those hits. Tough spot.
Oh, the counter almost got punished for it, but Xerom staying clean so far. 2-8 sitting on. This potato's got to get cooked.
Yeah, too many jumps getting blown up.
Popping off in the background. Let's get it. I love it.
He's feeling good.
Give me that.
Kind of person you want in your corner. There's a spin. Getting the knockdown early. Double knockdown. Dashing away. Touch and
get that out of here.
Oh my God, the violence.
Zippy, though, still able to convert. Goes for the empty jump. The brave counter on landing. Xerom not wanting any of that mixed stuff.
Ultimate again. Stuck in this corner, but dashes L out. Plus frames. And there's death to support. Big damage now here for Zippy.
He slashes again. Xerom in a whole lot of trouble. Gonna have to figure out how to get out of this corner. Step 1.
Okay. One way. Gets the hit. Evening it up. There's a noble executioner awaiting in your future if you're Zippy and if you're not careful.
Xerom pushed into the corner again. Zippy trying to space things out. The latest of hits, but it does connect. Brave counter. Zippy spinning it all. The jump over and the turnaround L. No, did get the pickup. Xerom's still alive, but chip is very much a factor. Yeah, Zippy able to close things out and is now on reset point.
A little scary there. Zippy had no more death gauge. There was no specials available, but just the counter getting blown up. But hey, Zippy takes those. Can he finish the job here? Trying to get to that reset, bring us back down, all to the lure side bracket. Instead, yeah, good start here with big damage into the setup. Immediate brave counter, but then try the press before the dash L.
Xerom stacking away at the guard. Zippy went for the counter, but still canceled out into the death spin. And Xerom slowly looking at potentially a reset in this bracket.
Yeah, any one touch will finish the job here, and Xerom's going to be sent down to Tartarus, out of the skies, not sitting pretty, and this is rough as Zippy is just patient but gets jumped in on either way.
Okay, here we go. Xerom going for not the full conversion there, but still, damage is damage. Brave counter from Zippy. Oh, the ultimate counter, and we have a reset!
Big time plays. Tired of guessing on the jumps. Enough hops, okay? We're chilling out. We're staying on the ground. Great reversal of Zippy now. Feeling extra comfortable. Xerom maybe not playing with that same intensity, just a little bit, but it's that they had a set to get. They're trying stuff out, making moves. Another chance here. Next 3 wins dictate who's your Frosty Faustings champion. There's the counter. There's the damage. And there's the pain.
We're starting to see Zippy take pages from KINARI's gameplay and implement it into this grand finals. Look at how many times the counters are now being successful. Zippy finding the right timing. Xerom finally getting the jump in here and the conversion, but Zippy still evolving on this Nier. There's another air throw guarding the skies.
And then forcing out the EX slaps, just keeping you under pressure, getting all this chip, but no, the spin right through it. Some nice damage. There's the throw. It's pretty even here at both players, but Zippy almost has enough resources to call it the ultimate skill. Yeah, get a brave counter, and then far heavy slash. Yep, good idea.
So Zippy has now shown air throw twice, has gotten a counter hit 2H, slowly but surely taking away the comforts that Xerom had in Winners Finals. to navigate the space that Zippy likes to claim with Death, and is slowly but surely sealing off options. It's going to be on to Xerom to start to implement something new.
That's right. And those jumps haven't really helped out, but nice. Uses the spin, hits Death, gets the punish. And now here's some pressure here. But and Zippy finding a low, gets a big tag with the EX, and now damage is imminent, and we're tying it up.
This is definitely the corner that Xerom did not want to be in. Went for the roll through, Brave counter clears the screen. The delayed overhead off of the Demon Flip.
All right, the patience, nice tag. It's a lot of stocks down on Death. Zippy can't really be too greedy. How they spend it, there's the low out of the corner. No, yeah, never mind. Kill, kill!
Yeah, this is going to hurt quite a bit.
Oh, no,
not quite dead just yet, but Xerom is flashing. There's a regular throw. Stagger, Zippy check with the 5L and immediately defended themselves. This is game 1 for Zippy in this reset. Zippy's starting to run away with it.
I mean, when the Raging Strike came out, where it's like, I'm gonna Brave counter, but then is the Raging Strike still attack? It might take a while to come out, but Charlotta's buttons didn't really do the thing, and now they're coming through to give a Xerom a little bit of advice to crowd. You see that deep crew. What a coaching corner there when you have Aarondamac, Tega, Tempest, Elsa, Nier. Who better to help against Nier than one of Nier's biggest supporters?
It's true. Xerom, though, going to need to be the person that does the execution here to stave off Zippy's run with Death.
All right, pressure in the corner here. Finds a tag. Of course, you don't get a hit again on Nier. Nier finding damage. This is big. What a start.
This is big pain town for Xerom right now. EX slashing, you got to hold all that, the chip damage as well. There's the staggers again. Xerom starting to mix it up a little bit. Caught him reaching. No, the stand dodge.
Nice. Well done, punish. Zippy. Round after round going uncontested. This lead is growing bit by bit as Zippy is fully charged, beating KINARI, getting a second chance and showing that they can do it against Xerom.
Zippy definitely has hit a different level here from what we saw in winners finals. Xerom yet to answer. Zippy, nice conversion here, going to carry Xerom right back into the corner where they started last round.
Right, there is EX slaps, a lot of chip damage, a lot of pressure, gets through with the spin, but you're still stuck in this corner.
Oh, ultimate roll through. The staggers going for the hands and classic pressure here. Xerom just trying to test the guard. There's the Brave counter.
Nice.
Ultimate roll again. The pickup, a double for your troubles, and a triple with the flip.
Man, using the refunds to make max damage out of that, even getting the Raging Chain, trying to get the throw to finish the job, but Zippy's still alive. Zippy has enough resources. Death is actually down, never mind. He's gonna have to make this as honest as possible. Find a hit. Dodge, wait a minute, there it is!
Yo!
Let's go, that should finish the job. Zippy with the immaculate dodge, the immaculate win, using the Raging Strike. Knowing I don't have Death, I don't need Death, you're fighting me.
Every single time Zippy's reactions has been tested, he's been ready with the answer. Now, looking at a tournament game here, only needs 2 rounds to crown himself grand champion.
On big 2, find the hit after the 6XL. Zippy putting on the pain. Xerom's chances of being your Faustings champion slowly falling little by little.
Death marching ever so closely, and now Xerom getting hit with the ultimate counter. Gonna have to figure out a way to approach here. 3 stocks left for Zippy, but the cancel into the super armor counter again. Raging Strike in the chain. We're gonna get a double 2 chain.
Do it. Had one more ready to go. Doesn't even need it. Zippy now, tournament point. 1 step away from being your Faustings champion. Zippy putting Xerom at the end of their rope. 1 thread remains. Death is inevitable. Zippy is inevitable.
Xerom gonna have to dig deep here. Neutral jump, not much off of it. Death swinging away, the slashes connect.
Oh, that huge damage was a great start. Half life left, 1 stock left on Death. 1 more hit can be huge here, but doesn't show. Zippy doesn't need Death to hold them and to make this work out well. All this meter on Zippy aside, the patience to fight it out.
Ultimate roll through, nothing doing. It does cancel Death for a little bit, but those jumps aren't connecting like they used to. Brave counter into the corner. There's the counter again on reaction.
Didn't have any more resources to finish the job at 1 touch. All Zippy needs is a 6-6 L, is a close L into Raging Strike. There's the low.
Death is on cooldown, but You know what? Dash L is a thing. There's the brave counter from Xerom. The clash, the raging strike this time connects the chain, and Xerom staying alive, staving off a tournament point. Can they do it again?
A lot on the line here, inches by inches, but a mile still lies in front of Xerom in this set. The EX comes through, nice block, not even wanting to press, but instead gets pressed. Some damage coming through there. Nice check, takes down Death for a little while.
Continuing to approach, but there's the brave counter. Xerom check into a throw. Here we go. What's it going to be? Late tech. There's the counter. The punish from Xerom, immediately cashing into that raging strike and chain.
Time, keeping the corner, keeping the guess. Counter hit, let him know. Xerom gets a game on the board, 2-1. Never say never. Xerom takes a step back. He's gonna consult with the coaching staff as Tega is coming through to let him know, hold on, you're kind of godlike. You got this.
You can do it. I believe in you. Xerom showing I will not die quietly. I am going to go kicking and screaming if necessary, and we are going to move into game 4 after Xerom showed the adaptation and made the changes necessary because Zippy was on that freight train.
Absolutely, but there's a stop on that train. We don't just go careening off a cliff here. We're not going to make Grand Finals be a clean 3-0. You can't just leave watching Granblue because we're going into a game number 4. Xerom still needs to win 2, and Zippy one singular game to be that champion, but can they finish it?
There's Steph again. Oh, the slashes connect, and back into the corner we go. Zippy gladly taking a huge chunk of damage off of Xerom.
Right, Dash L though, big hit. Yeah, those plus frames gonna add up. And now, yeah, gonna cash out as Zippy wants to make sure the damage is done and needs one more hit to finish the job.
Hemmed up, but I don't think Zippy flinched. No,
Never
they
mind.
did.
They heck of flinched, and this is the damage coming through here. There's the charge, there's the brave counter. There's no more brave points on the side of Zippy. They have some death left. They can't do much with it, so they gotta be extra careful. There's the spin, there's a hit, counter hit 2, big conversion, that's gonna be the round. Xerom staying alive here.
Yo, the crowd definitely feeling it as well, cheering on Xerom. Happy to see this Grand Finals continue. Xerom found a different gear.
And it ain't guilty.
No remorse here from either player. Zippy putting Xerom back into that corner on the other side. The slashes connect. Dirty work.
Yeah, following up with the low, and only showed the low once. But the immediate brave counter, very nice. Zippy out in the corner here. That's scary, just a hop after the delayed run, trying to catch a throw. No good.
Xerom, only one brave point left. Being ushered with the death spin into the corner. The ultimate gets countered, and once more, Zippy is on tournament point.
That finish line in clear view, but Charlotta with the butter knife, trying to make sure that no, Nier, you cannot pass, you cannot claim victory, but Zippy inches from the championship. Pressure's on from Xerom. There's a brave counter already here from Zippy.
Xerom playing it patiently here, knows how much life they can lose on a single mistake. Oh, the 2-8 started up, but it was a counter hit. However, a throw goes in Zippy's favor.
It was like a parry during the auto combo, so got thrown out of it. Zippy is happy to take that, get the lead, but there's the EX spin, double, refund the meter, get this raging strike, massive damage, and Xerom now in point position. Tie things up 2-2, but Zippy not out of it yet.
Can't let the foot off of the accelerator. Xerom wants to send it into game 5, but Zippy still only needs really a hit to confirm into something big, and here it is. Raging strike in the chain. Pushing him forward.
One more, can do it. Wait, does it have it? There it is. Never mind. Zippy is now your champion. Frosty, Faustings, Zippy. 16, all of the pressure. Finally, a diamond is created. Taking it from loser's side over Xerom.
Zippy saying, you might be an executioner, but I control death. Ending up being the grand champion here at Frosty Faustings number 16. An incredible display from both players, but it's going to be Zippy running it back, resetting the bracket, and then getting the 3 that he needed to be our champion here. Excellent work from Zippy. It was not an easy road. You lose winners finals, right? You don't qualify like you want to. You have to go up against the mirror match from another expert Nier player, and finally, you're able to say, not only did I qualify, but I put in that work, I put in that time, all the online grind turned into offline shine, and that's why I have number 1.
That's 100% right, and the crowd popping off for Zippy. Hear those chants for your champion, but also give it up for Xerom and that Charlotta, putting up a valiant effort and a great fight. Show the love, all these competitors in this top 8, making an immaculate story that we have followed along for every little bit. Every match had so much weight behind it. But now we have our champion, we have our 2 players going to the Arc World Tour Finals in Zippy and Xerom later this year. What a sweet, sweet ending for these players.
It's going to be a fantastic thing to see at Arc World Tour. You know, we have our qualified entrants. We are going to be able to see Granblue Fantasy versus Rising at its apex, at its #1 spot. And if it's anything like what we've seen over this weekend at Frosty Faustings number 16, it's going to be quite the show. So, you know, whether you're at home or you plan on being there in Southern California in person, you can
I got my ticket.
Be sure to look forward to exciting Granblue Fantasy versus Rising action. And we're going to have awards in just a little bit, but before we do that, we know that we had a little bit of a video from Fukuhara-san. It was fantastic.
That's great.
If you have not seen it, make sure you check out the VOD. It did announce some of the future dates and things we can look forward to.
February 20th, we're going to get the next version of the game, introducing from Nier Automata to be coming through. And then after that, we have some more characters. There's another outfit as Zeta finally gets some shine. Is going to have something cool to look forward to. So there's plenty on this Granblue train as you're all following along, as we're taken to the skies and enjoying the ride. But at least at Frosty Faustings, you know, it's been one heck of a ride. Again, 640 players entered, 1 reigns supreme. But that's just the first chapter of 2024. Is there's so much more to go into, right? Besides the LCQ and Arc World Tour Finals, there's so many more amazing events that are going to be hosting here, and the future is looking bright because, you know, it's unclear, it's a little foggy, but I'm excited to see what's on the horizon.
I certainly am too. It's, you know, it might be foggy, but the rays of sun are starting to shine through, especially for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. We've got fantastic events, as you said, coming up. And you know what? Each and every time we see Rising on display, we see a higher and higher level of performance. And, you know, even at Arc World Tour, you never know. A player might have a back pocket Lucilius by then, right? And just be able to bust that out. So there's just a lot to look forward to. Again, February 20th, that's the 1.2 update as well.
That's
so
it right
there's
there.
going to be some changes.
Absolutely.
And that's, of course, going to be communicated as we move forward from the team there at Psy Games.
Yeah.
Speaking of Psy Games, you know, Granblue Fantasy versus Relink is coming out.
That's
the
right.
The demo is available if you haven't played it. It's a fantastic time.
A couple of days
fun.
left,
Yeah.
and it's going to be fun. So a lot of great ways to enjoy Granblue if you play the mobile game, if you play Relink, if you just enjoy the fighting game, which is available for free on all major platforms. You can online play and get as good as players like Zippy, like Xerom, have some fun, hang out with us. I want to commentate your matches in the future. I want to enjoy more Granblue, and we definitely are, especially just because it might have ended here tonight, but there's so much more to enjoy, to savor, and man, I'm telling you, that sky's bright, the future's bright, and it was just always a fun time hanging out with you.
Absolutely.
Running it back, I mean, y'all, we sat together and had a blast at EVO 2022.
That's right.
And we were holding it down to have this stage to celebrate with all of you, and it was a really much of a pleasure. So please give Maverick the shine. Give him all the love for the hard work all the time, holding it down for not just Granblue, other games. You know, Commentator Supreme. Check him out if you want to give a voice to your events. You can find him anywhere.
Teamwork makes the dream work, Raph. As you know, I always have a
Check.
good time with us together. You know, shout outs to
All
Raph.
right.
Make sure you follow his streams. He
So
does
let's give it
so
up
many
for
games
our
and
top
does it
8
at
for
a high level
Granblue
across
Fantasy
the board.
versus
It is
Rising,
truly
everybody.
impressive. One of the staples of the commentary community.
Thank
But
you.
as you see, we now have.
We were honored to be
our
part of the
top
Arc
8
World
lined
Tour.
up
We
in
hope
our
you
award
had a
ceremony,
good
ready to
time.
go.
We
are
were really
going to
impressed
throw
by the
it to
massive
El
amount
Shadow
of people that
on stage.
wanted to play this game. So, we're looking forward to seeing it thrive in years to come. All right, so in 7th place, we have Tyurara. And in 5th place, we have Shinku. Also in 5th place, Tempest. And coming in 4th place, Aarondamac. All right, and in third, KINARI. And in second place, give it up for Xerom. And finally, give it up for your grand champion of Frosty Faustings 16 Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, Zippy! All right, thank you, everybody. Give it up one more time for all our winners.
And what a way to send it off. Amazing players running that stage there with great performances, all of the hearts laid bare. But with that ends our ride in the skies here at Frosty Faustings for Granblue, but there's still plenty more to go.
Absolutely. We are going to have Uni 2 Top 8 coming up after a short ad break. So go ahead, recollect yourselves, get some refreshments, get some drinks, take your time. We're going to take that short break, and then when we come back, more Frosty Faustings 16 right after this.
Thank you all. See you soon.
Don't go anywhere.